But yeah, either way, you guys want to be drinking as soon as you can, whenever you get the opportunity. So make sure everyone has enough food and water. Table just disappeared. Lyra, you want to throw down another table if it's off cooldown?
Won't be for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, Bucky, I got some
Shouldn't
eat
matter.
Astronus, you here?
There. Everything? Oh, then I need my stuff. Well, I'll do that when we start moving up.
Alright, let's just give Astronus a minute. We'll give us some time to put that on your table.
Does anyone have decent bag space?
Yeah, I have decent bag space.
Got 7 or 8.
I brought these for Lucky Lock if you can hold on to them.
Sure, that's fine.
Wait, I can maybe get some running water.
I think I got a lot of bag space.
I swear.
Give those to Lucky Lock too. Here's Astronus.
Good.
Alright, I'm here. Yep.
Alright, you finally got the.
Oh dang, he
Transmog
actually got
in.
it.
No, I was in the bathroom.
Oh.
Mom, bathroom.
Yeah, pre-raid poop.
I need to do that too on mine.
Alright, so let's just make sure we're all here. Let's all kind of get up closer a little bit. So remember, for the most part, it's going to be Tumby tanking these things. Fluffy, you here?
I am.
Do you want
Yeah,
to
food buff.
focus on the Vanquishers?
Sure.
Alright. I'll pick up just
Target
whatever,
mana beans.
and I'll try to prioritize reaching the imps before they get to the raid and blow them up.
You get mark on everyone? I don't get mark.
Oh,
Group 1,
yeah.
You, Choo-Choo.
Group 1
I was waiting
and
till
Group
everyone was
5
there.
Cool.
are the only
Oh,
ones missing.
Yeah, you're good.
Keep an eye out for soul binders if they are in these packs, Fluffy. I think they leave too.
Okay.
And I don't think pulling the first pack actually starts it. I'm not sure.
It doesn't.
Okay.
We wanna
Let's get going.
pull that now then, or do we just wanna wait? Bucky, just in case.
Got my tank set ready. I got my everything ready. We got twins next. Yep.
All right.
Gotta get the back Vanquishers. You can get the close one. I think the killed target priority is going to be, according to this guide, the Mana Fiends and Life Shapers.
I
But yeah, we can
prefer
start
my
this.
mid
We all good?
Yep.
Alright. Go ahead, Tumby. Remember, we're not moving up, we're just taking them here.
You got Conquer X, Tumby?
Already taunted.
Okay.
Okay. Disarm the Vanquisher.
I got a mocking on it.
I got it.
I can throw in a bit more threat, it's fine.
It slows down. It's really bad. Kill it, please, guys. Holy shit. Can I get it off of you? Yo!
Okay, yeah, so those are the things that blow
They
up.
give it.
Yep. So
When you see them come, just let me be up there. I'll eat them and then
you guys can shoot them
hit them.
and kill them pretty. Yeah. And that's pretty much just the gauntlet. You're just gonna have these guys running down over and over again.
Oh shit.
Okay, let's start moving up.
That's cool. They give
I
shards, so
think
if we
we
just
want
get
like
a.
2 hunters up there with you, and then the rest of the raid behind. You're kind of running ahead, Wonder,
Okay,
to sort of pick those up. Just has not choo choo. Good. Probably want to pick that fiend up here.
Hunter should just shoot him.
Exactly. You normally have 2 hunters leading with a tank to do this.
Okay, can we just assign that to Fat Dick and Soul then? Is that fair?
Yeah. See him coming in. There's another fiend. So 2 hunters can shoot the fiend that's gonna turn that corner.
got a soul binder here.
So like they just blow up 2 seconds after you hit them. So you don't have to kill them.
Pretty much, yeah. You're supposed to like detonate.
Yeah.
This one's mind control, that's what it is. I think you can cleanse it, encourage it, or master spell it. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize it's AoE up as time to master spell.
Yeah, so as long as we have the hunters kind of leading and just killing them as they run down, then it works just fine. Yeah, I don't think it's time based. I'm not sure.
Okay, moving up.
Probably top the raid up. Okay. Don't get in front of the Vanquisher and Cleaves.
If you guys are gonna pull like that, you gotta warn the healers to not top people off.
Yeah, that was kind of a accident.
Okay, there's another fiend coming. And I think there's like 1 or 2 assassins up ahead on the upper region.
Yeah, let's see if we can drink here for a little bit after this fiend. Try not to peek, we don't want those assassins to spawn yet. They come out of stealth.
Do you all get in combat?
Kinda good, we don't really need them.
Okay, alright.
I know.
Out of combat.
I think
Really, it's just
some we're
DPS
waiting
that-
on Plucky Lock to get online. I think somebody's playing that, and then
Assassins
Para
up,
is supposed to be
so-
playing Druid for
There's
us
2
or
of them.
something, but then he's not on. He's like offline right now.
This corner is really bad for the fiends.
It's really bad for line of sight.
Like, can we like all commit to like?
I thought
coming
they
up?
had like somebody else gonna come heal
Sure,
too,
well,
and then I
it's-
guess
it's
that
not
fell
fun to
through
go.
or something. I'm just like filling up my bags with shards now.
I guess you are right. I guess they just do seem to explode.
Yeah, they
So I'm just saying without killing them.
Yeah, filling it up. I can get 7 more.
Yeah, you can see.
You can
right
get shards off
there's
the
a timer.
little guys if you're fast enough.
And then I think there's one assassin here as well in front of this 4-pack.
I forgot to get some before raid.
Check at the back, Vanquisher.
Maybe not.
John. Let him get on Tumby first.
I have like 3 on me if you want to walk towards me and drop Consecrate on me, Tumby.
I can't cast. There we go. I'm sorry.
I'm dead.
Just fucking casting. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good.
Fiend behind us. Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
That's really not good on the gauntlet. We don't. That's like what we really don't want to happen.
Yeah, it's really bad when those dudes get in the middle and AoE everybody.
Yeah, we just gotta give it a little time for these things to sit in the consecrate.
I would say it's not even. It's not like we're racing against time like the Heigen one, right?
Right, no, we got. It's not like things are respawning on top of us.
Right.
We'll try to get.
Should be fine now, actually.
We get max.
Yeah, just right here should stop it. Yeah.
3 more. Oh. Had some Jimmy John's for dinner.
Does anyone have like extra food or water? That I can have?
Kind of chips, just the regular
Probably can put that
Jimmy
on the table.
John's.
Oh,
Those,
mine got me.
Oh, okay. So those 2 packs are separated, so you can just pull the right pack and then the left pack separate.
Alright, but there are 2 soul menders, so there's gonna be a lot of mind control, so just be primed with the mass spells.
Yeah, but I think there's one. I think we're getting the other 2 people on. They're just waiting. We're just clearing the gauntlet while we're waiting.
No,
for people.
you might be line of sight of healers over there.
Can you
Back
guys see
out.
me here?
I got you. X's.
Just do this, I guess.
Hopefully they get on soon.
Mind control coming out.
Weird.
We said it drew you guys in.
There we go. Hold on. Getting any more now? My bag's
We got an
full.
empty.
No, but I
I
can
have my
Eat.
tank set ready,
Full.
baby. I'm ready to go.
Can we all like stack up a little closer so the master spell can just hit everybody easily?
Yeah, coming out.
It was only max. Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand they wanted to push a Saturday raid just in case we don't clear on Saturday, because if we just had Monday and we don't clear, then
You
we
can
don't
skip
clear
that.
week 1.
Right? Can you get that?
I think we can if the patrol goes back.
I was gonna take
Yeah.
these off my bars until we get to Miru, so it doesn't look weird.
So
We can
watch
mount
the
up
I'm
here
not
patrol.
gonna
too.
lead because there's assassins, right?
But
Yeah,
we're gonna have
we can mount
5
up here.
warlocks
Totally disconnected.
for
We don't have to- so just go or
Muru, which is
wait.
gonna be
You gotta
insane.
go or wait right now. Vanquisher's coming.
Oh, we got a Mana Fiend and Life Shaper coming up. Okay, I'm pulling 3.
5
Yeah, I'll
warlocks
pick
for
these 2 up.
Muru. It's gonna be
One.
easy. What's
Kill
the
the Mana Fiend first.
hello? Yeah. I couldn't like tab target these. It was really weird. I mean, yeah, but it'll be. I mean, each one's gonna. Cause how many of them? How many of the little void guys spawn? We'll pretty much have like one full thing where we don't have to DPS a single one, right? and then we pretty
What
much
stuff. Okay, so
when
Four
because
models
it's when the
out
big
here.
guy spawns, the little guys spawn, right?
I'll
That we
grab
can
left
control.
Vanquisher.
Maybe
Okay.
3.
Look at the
This is
right.
3.
one might be invis.
Or is that are they separate?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or is it like
that's-
when they die,
All
they
of
explode
the,
into the
SWP
little ones or
target.
something? I don't remember. Resist, bro. I have my. Yeah, I should be good. Dies a bunch of little guys. So yeah, so pretty much we get to skip it like once every like one or two or three of them, right? Because you just send your guys in on Muru, and then they die to the darkness thing, right?
Who the hell?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then you can keep just getting new ones and sending them in on Muru.
Alright, so obviously don't jump down and aggro the boss. But this is where we fight.
Yo, we're here.
Misery, depression,
Ah, yeah, okay, yeah. So, but pretty much we get to skip one whole thing of
Everyone knows
the
what to
guys.
do here.
mistrust,
Swap it through.
chaos. These are the hallmarks. These are the pillars.
Well, let me see.
I think I'm tanking, but they haven't actually told me.
All right. Okay, so 2 bosses. Grand Warlock is going to be tanked by a Warlock, and we're not going to be hitting her for the most part until phase 2. Phase 1 is pretty much just killing Lady Sacrolash the entire time. She's going to have a couple of abilities that you need to worry about. Ranged are going to be standing kind of where Kilda is right now, but more to the right, touching the pole. The reason you're touching the pole is because she summons these little shadow clones that are going to run at her, or run at healers, because they're going to pick up aggro off healing. They're going to disappear before they get to you if you're standing in that spot, so you just kind of ignore that mechanic. You're going to have 2 tanks on Lady Sacrolash, first and second threat, so that when one of them gets
But I should be
blinded,
tanking.
the other one,
I can get up to like
the
15,000
boss
HP.
won't just run around killing the raid.
15,000
Try to
something.
RP walk up the ledge, because you can run right off it. Other than that, Grand Warlock Alethis is going to throw up conflags. You probably want to set her as a focus.
There should be a raid warning on you if it's coming, but it's a 4-second cast,
I put
right?
on my
So
stand food.
Yeah, so if you get hit by, if you're ranged and you're getting targeted for a conflag, you need to like run into this corner and just, you're going to get hit by it, you're going to get disoriented, and then once it's done,
Then
you run back over here. You're gonna have a
do I
burn on
want
you,
Imp or Voidwalker
Um,
sacked here?
but just make sure you're not conflagging the raid.
yeah, it spreads, so that's why you have to
Probably
run away.
Void
Same thing with melee.
Melee
Melee will have their own
is,
spot.
if you see where that like entrance is, or the exit, if like melee runs like to the left of that wall. Oh, thank you. This isn't gonna aggro at all. Fuck. If melee wants to like run over like there, but like further.
Well, you don't want to outrange the healers, but yeah, you want to be 8 yards away from the tanks. So the Warlock
Yeah.
tank will be kind of tanking around the right half of the circle. If you look at the circle around the bosses, the Warlock's going to be kind of kiting those flame patches when you tanks on the
Yeah,
right
the
side of the circle, kind of like
Warlock.
a, you know,
That,
northeast
yeah,
side.
kind of like over here, where like this, where you see like the sun. The Warlock's gonna be. Oh, this is really annoying ledge. Warlock's gonna be like tanking over there and just going in a counterclockwise position, and then when he runs out of room, because there's gonna be these little flame
Calculator, how much
patches,
of it? It's
he's gonna back up and he's gonna go the other way.
times 15388.
Yeah. So
600.
the Warlock that's tanking this is gonna get these fire debuffs, and he's gonna cleanse them by standing in close to Lady Sacrolash. He's gonna do this sort of AoE Shadow Nova, and that cleanses the flame stacks. The melee who are down there fighting Lady Sacrolash will get this shadow debuff that's gonna stack. Same thing, you can dip into the fire and get a single stack from the little flames that are left on the ground. and that's going to let you cleanse your stacks.
Right, and that stack is like a mortal strike on you. It's like 5%. So if you get 20, you can't get healed at all.
It's like error.
But it only happens on you if you take shadow damage. So it's not like this persistent thing that's going to hit everyone. It's just if you take shadow damage, you'll get that sackable debuff on you.
When Lady Sacrilege dies, you go into phase 2. All of the healers in the range are going to drop down with the melee. We're going to be standing sort of in that little green circle they're both standing in, and we're going to be fighting the Warlock, and she's going to Shadow Nova, and we're going to be soaking the damage together, and the Warlock is just going to keep tanking and holding threat. That will have carried over from phase 1. Other than that, don't cleave. There's no reason to cleave. You're just
So if you take fire
getting
damage,
higher on the aggro
percent
meter
healing
for
goes
the
up.
Warlock.
So
Don't do that. And then, other than that, I can't really think of anything else.
There's a buff on Alethis called Pyrotechnics or something that needs to be.
Pyrogenics, it needs to be purged or spell stolen. And it needs to be done immediately, because if she throws her ability at the Warlock while that's up, she's gonna pretty much drop him down to like 2k.
So every shaman make Alethis your focus target. We already talked about that, and then just keep an eye for that debuff and just hit it with the purge.
Yeah. I think that's it from what I remember.
Right. So yeah. So me and Fluffy are going to be taking Sacrilege, and we need to be first and second threat, either of us at all times, because one of us will get blinded every now and then, kind of. And then it'll go to the other one. So we'll save MGs for that, just to kind of.
I don't know.
Let the other one be second.
It's gonna be
threat if we need
interesting.
to.
One question I have is for the Warlock tank, do you just jump down with everybody, or are you like, how do you start out?
You're gonna go to the right side. So you're gonna come down the right, and you're gonna start kind of where the flare still is, and then the melee and the tanks are gonna be starting on the left. Now healers, it is important that you do stand where killed is, because those shadows that spawn and start running to you, you can't do anything about them. They just beat the shit out of you. So if you're getting hit by one, that's just kind of, you just have to tank it.
You want to have a healer down below too.
Not really, because if we do, they'll just pull aggro.
Oh, I thought
and
you
get beat to
you
shit.
fell.
From the shadow images, most likely. If it does go on them.
I just have concerns about if melee go to that flare over there. There's no way we can heal you.
Melee won't go to that flare. It's just the Warlock.
No,
I mean, if
the one
we
on the
want
left,
to,
brother.
we can.
Oh,
we can
that's
put
too far.
We can put Righteous Fury on Cridmus, and he can probably get all the aggro from healing. So no one else will get it, and the other healers will.
Not sure if you can. I do know. Let me see, actually.
Yeah, I would say.
Could move here.
Can we put conflag?
I mean, like I got 1,133.
Yeah, they run towards the ledge.
Or I mean,
You could
13.
do
Like
this.
CSC.
You get too close to the
1343
ledge,
fire
you're
damage.
LOS. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah,
can
I can
stealth
heal you
down
there.
here.
I
Just
can heal
fine.
you there.
Yeah, if you want melee to move there, that's fine.
Yeah, the one that this one right below where I'm standing to the right, guys. That's where we want you to go. Okay. 'Cause we
Okay,
can heal you. I can
and
go to
then
that position.
yeah, and then let's see. I mean, and then I'm pretty sure like melee are gonna be fighting her.
I'm
right
pretty sure
here.
you can reach me from like right here, Rudy. Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. I can.
Yeah. So like just down below, ahead of where I am on the
Yeah.
ground, should be fine.
Okay. And then I believe
Just don't
flag,
don't wedge yourself underneath that ramp because then you should be at LS.
flag is in what? A range 8, right? I think so, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So
In ranged, when you get conflagged, you just run back here. I don't know if that was said.
yeah, like in either this corner or this corner, and you just drop it.
And it's like a, what, 2 or 3 second cast or something?
Four
Right?
It's
seconds.
4.
Four
It's 4
seconds. So like you just gotta watch the cast bar. We'll
I
try to
get this
call
one,
out who
right?
it is.
The red one. Fire
One of
beam.
the worst ways to
Fire
wipe the
beach.
raid would just be.
What do we get off
those
Aerodar
guys.
Twins? This is where the neck drops.
We have 7 healers to
As tank
accommodate in the
prio, baby.
fact, you know, in the event that a healer gets flagged.
This is the
So,
best slot bow, isn't it? Golden bow.
Tunvi's in here. Can we summon him forward? Are you here, Tunvi? Oh, he's running back.
I'm literally almost at the entrance. I just
Cool.
need to summon to the rest of the raid.
Okay.
Schmuzz, the can you see on the minimap? It's the one. It's the one. The flare, like kind of near where the ramp meets that corner. You see it?
I'm summoning first, Billy.
Cool.
Which warlock is tanking?
War llamas. They're explaining it.
Llamas,
Yeah, llamas.
I watched a lot of videos with him, so I think he's pretty comfortable.
Alright.
Well,
Yep.
as comfortable as he can
Yeah, I
be
mean,
watching
you
videos.
tanked flame patches, right? It's just kind of the same thing, right? But just more frequently, and they're smaller.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm pretty sure I have the timing down and when to move, but it'll probably take like 1 or 2 attempts for me to fully see it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Does anyone know if you can bop the CC of Conflag?
You can trinket it.
Yeah, you can trinket it.
I know like bubble would work, obviously, but or should work, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know-
lose all
I
the
think Ian
damage from
Fluffy will
Soul
wear
Frost,
Not
unfortunately.
trinkets, just in case both of us get it.
It what?
But that's only
Sorry.
like 50
Isn't that a thing?
damage.
Can it
No.
happen
So I lose
multiple
50,
times?
4
Don't-
damage from
Don't think
Shadow.
that's a thing.
don't think so.
Okay.
Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing.
Alright.
No, I don't think tank swearing it is a thing.
Oh, never mind.
So where
What can happen? What can happen is Sacrilege casts a Shadow Fury while Conflag's going out. Like she'll Shadow Fury the melee and stun everybody, and then Conflag can go off. So you could have melee run PvP trinkets, but
I think at least for the first couple attempts, just have everybody run PvP trinkets. In case someone gets conflagged in the raid, at least we can have them run out. And just extend what would have been a wipe.
Gotcha.
They're still explaining
Everybody
everything.
put on PvP trinket. And these first pulls, I mean, we're not gonna like throw it less or anything. We need to actually just get used to the positioning and stuff. So anything we can do to extend pulls and get experience is good.
Yeah, so let's just make sure all the buffs are out. If you're missing a buff, call for
It's
it.
fine, Cutie.
just to be clear, just because you have PvP trinket doesn't mean you don't run out of the group. It still splashes the whole group, even if you trinket it afterwards, and it still like fucks everybody. You run away and you trinket the disorients. You gain control of your character again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we should have Earth Shield on Wonder, Fluffy, and Llamas. And then Kubi, if you want to just put one on, or let's have Kubi put his on Viz. So-
Shouldn't put it on Biz. He wants his water shield. It overrides it.
You can put it on a Pally then.
I
I'm
have
assuming I'm just doing a lot of circle of healing, right?
I have concentration aura well, we have it in our group because obviously me group etc. So
I don't know.
our group doesn't need to worry about the spell pushback.
I'm not sure if there is any.
Fluffy, do you want to start?
Put it on me, Kubi.
I figured it was probably safer for me to be chasing.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
How far down can I go? Down
So,
the ramp.
I typed this out and I don't know if it was said, but it is a lot easier if you start the pull with a bop on the warlock.
Oh, and the warlock just jumps down.
You can literally start down here.
I mean, you start down over there and you just get a bop, you run in, you aggro the fire one, tanks follow and aggro the Sacrilege and position her. And that's the pull. You
So
just don't
we-
have to worry about getting meleeed by Sacrilege that way.
We do need one tank healer over there by Llamas, though, right? Or can we're gonna be able to reach him?
Should be
You
able to
should
reach
be
it.
able
Well,
to
those
reach
will
it.
run in.
He'll be
Cool.
in the circle.
Okay.
Melee will drop down from the ledge when the tanks have it ready to go.
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, we good then? We gonna pull in?
The bop should let him instantly just run in.
So, Astros, if you want to start with an MD on me for Sacrilege,
Yeah, just
and
let
then
me know.
Llamas will start the pull. Yeah, Llamas will start it.
How far is
And
the
then,
bop range? Do you need to come down to me? Or should I like come up and then I'll run down?
No,
No, you
someone.
can get a little closer. Just kind of get where I am, but on this side. Or on your side, I mean. Yeah.
Anyone know how bad the damage is starting out on the Warlock tank? Is it like, does it just ramp up? Or is
It
it
ramps
kind
up
of
because of the
ramps up.
fire debuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But let's just give it a shot. Get a feel for it.
Okay.
So let's get an MD on me, Astronus.
Oh, it was. Well, let me.
Yep, I'm coming.
And then whoever's doing salve should bop me when I go in.
Yeah, Sal Paladin, go ahead and bop
Can I
Llamas.
reach you from here? I have to get closer. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave my spot to bop you.
Yep, just bop him now and he'll go in. I'll chase. And Astronus,
Or
you
is
hit
do we have a timer?
Sacrifice.
Like a DBM?
Just do a full
5,
15.
Christmas, you read that raid chat.
Here's your
2,
bob.
1.
Keep llamas up too.
Yeah, I saw it now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do one on.
Good. Dropping down.
Whoa, that's getting out of range.
Okay, so I didn't move in.
I'm still out of range.
All the melee standing on fire.
So I need to move in.
Yeah, I see that. There's fire here.
I'll do it in the purple then. I was gonna go around the gold.
Yeah, I think you just have to do kind of
Okay, so that's what happened. I got hit first in the
So,
fire patch
yeah.
spawn.
The damage wasn't bad, it's just, yeah.
Oh, we had something on top of us. I'm assuming
So
that shouldn't
Llamas,
have been
if you see where I'm at, this is
Okay,
kind
so
of where
right
you're
there.
supposed to be kiting.
Oh, we were
Just
on the
back and
top.
forth there. Do like a 2/3 of a circle, then you can like just step back and do the same 2/3 of a circle in the opposite direction. Then they should be like disappearing at that point. You can step forward and chase your own fire patches.
Can we
Um,
teleport here now, or do we need to res? But that
I think it's a full run back.
But
full
no,
run
no
back, but
gauntlet though.
No
Right.
gauntlet.
No
yeah.
gauntlet,
Once you
it's just
clear
running
it,
through.
it's yeah.
So what failed was we got a flame patch on range because llamas didn't get initial threat.
Yeah, I started
It was
casting
just a
on
botch
Wonder
pull.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
You
was,
can-
that
So-
was my bad.
You-
I shot first.
You know, we'll just. I think we'll just I think we'll just have 2 MDs. One MD on me, one MD on Llamas.
Wait,
Like
let
the
me...
whole point of the bop is he can literally pull. And
Yeah, I can just jump in earlier.
Alright.
Like a 2
no,
seconds.
The thing,
Yeah.
the thing is, like, I shot it when the timer went down, and like it was out at the same time as Llamas was running in. So like my arrow got first.
Do you mean multi-shot?
No, like my arrow got first.
because
So,
he
like,
was
first
emptying,
cast
he
went
was emptying to
Wonder.
Wonder. So
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
so
like,
like,
my
Llamas
the
arrow
had
went
very
generated
first,
no threat.
yeah, when the fight starts, like the very first thing the fire twin does is start casting, and even if
Right.
aggro changes, she'll still finish that cast.
Yeah.
And she initially cast
Yeah.
it on.
Okay.
Yeah. But we just gotta also just gotta watch out on the range for the going
Yeah.
back and forth. But we
Yeah, I
should be
know
able to
where to
hammer
go.
that out super quick.
And Tomba, it was 3 hits and I died on the 4th one for the opening.
It's not that bad.
Just so you
that
know.
really isn't. Yeah. I feel like that's very healable.
Yeah, and I can get up to like 15.4 KHP right now, so
And you're watching her cast bar, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I can pretty much only get one Searing
Mhm.
Pain with my haste.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what the video we watched.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Watch
all
out
he
for
was
the
doing.
patrol
Was one,
when
and
you're
then
coming in.
I don't think they.
Yeah, we
moved,
did
man.
skip that one back, so just be careful when you're running back. Hug on the right.
And right now I'm not like really spec'd for like threat. So if threat becomes an issue, I'll just go respec. I mean, yeah, that was just Astronus and me fucking up on the pool. Don't know where Para is. I wonder if Nin can't make it for the whole time, or just. just for the start or something.
Alright, we're all back. Soul stones are down. Or soul walls are down. Let's get buffs out.
So you can flag, right?
No, we didn't.
I understand wanting to
Careful
do it
with the
today, but I
bug.
think everyone can make it on Monday except for like one shaman can't make it on Monday.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. Melee didn't see one, I guess. How was it?
I mean, we had already lost probably 9 people before it.
Okay. How did we got hit by a Shadow Nova? Did you guys get disoriented at
We'll
all?
have
or
5
no?
instead of 6, which isn't a big deal.
Like that doesn't have any
I don't think so.
CC, right? Like the
No.
idea.
Shadow Nova
Shadow
no.
is just
Shadow
damage.
Nova just happens. Sometimes the shadow images can cast Shadow Fury, and that will stun for 2
Oh.
seconds.
Oh, okay, okay. That was the AoE shadow spell then.
Ideally, I would
I'll
have
bop
like
you
2
3 seconds, by
EEs.
the way, Llamas, I think, for the pull timer.
Hmm?
I'll just bop you with 3 seconds for the pull
Okay.
timer.
Right, I gotta get Mark out.
And I'll probably just like jump in at 2 seconds. And I'll
Oh
start.
fuck! Hopefully,
Sorry, it
no,
might just reset.
we're in
There,
combat.
Yeah.
there is no reset, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we just die.
sorry guys, I was typing /WA and I didn't hit. Gosh.
Does anyone have a soul stone?
We shouldn't.
Don't waste it, just die.
Troll!
Yeah.
Rudy!
Well guys, ML everybody.
No, I meant like I was gonna DI someone who had soul stone.
No, we haven't had any out yet.
Thank you, whoever DI'd me. Oh, it's nice.
Don't be looking into the pit as a caster.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's it. We're losing people.
I was wondering
That
how
was
long
the
it was
last.
gonna be before someone was gonna do that.
That was the last straw, man.
Why does Tonbo up the fellow brain sellers first?
Sorry, I was trying to share that in raid chat again.
Just like like
Everyone's
that.
vibing,
Dude.
I can't
This is a terrible run back. Holy shit.
Will I get rain or will he zone in?
It's crazy they won't teleport you to the battle. Like they'll teleport you there, but they won't teleport you to the battlefield.
Okay, again,
I think
just
you
watch
do
the
get a
chat.
teleport to Eridar Twins room
Like,
though. I know for sure there's a Muru teleport. I know for sure there's a Muru teleport. And that's so stupid. It dismounts you right there too. That's just like the worst. Keeping tabs. That's toxic.
yeah.
Sure they'll keep tabs when they go for loot. I need to regem this one. The haste gem. This is better than the crit. Oh my god, I almost ran that.
Was that fucking Nin?
Did you log in?
No.
I think you
Heard
heard
a
it.
Oh,
yawn.
he heard yawning.
Hold.
Oh, that was me yawning. I'm sorry.
Where?
I think threat might be a problem if I can only. I thought I was gonna be able to at
Bailey's
least
getting
cast
badge
two.
vendor
I don't know.
unlocked. Now this is run us.
Yep, that's
I see that new gear on Tombo. He got the boots,
like
didn't he?
2 more accounts.
No, what did he get? He got.
Wait,
I
who
saw
got
some
short?
guy
You get-
with 5 people on.
Oh, he's in
follow
his healing set.
doing
Okay.
quests. This guy had 5 accounts.
Oh,
Yeah, he's very big
I
into
told
the
him to
dailies apparently.
Take a shower.
Go to grass.
People need to really start getting these dailies done.
Yeah,
People
nice.
were doing it, we would have had the badge vendor unlocked before raid.
It's
today.
still not out.
No.
it's gonna be out tonight probably. It was like 83%.
I'm sorry, I didn't do my dailies the past 2 days.
Yeah,
I'm very ashamed.
What are dailies?
My turn to
Alright,
pull?
then makes Ben do his dailies.
Alright, so we're rebuffing. Let's just be extra careful here.
If you guys can literally toggle the walk if you have to.
Did Rudy pull
This
down?
is
Did
so
he just get
scary to
super
watch.
Close to the ledge.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
Cubia,
I was
please.
typing and pressed W. I didn't have.
Okay. So
Turn around.
you can't
Alright.
pull up here
Yeah.
or from here.
Yeah.
Man, a man lit.
Alright, so yeah, this time it's just gonna be llamas going in first, and then we'll shoot after the mobs aggro.
You buff mark
Might
on
just wanna-
people.
I just want to death coil it first so you get snap aggro quickly.
Let me know when.
Thank you, Choo Choo, appreciate it.
Also,
I
before
just-
we got into raid, fucking Wonder brushed up against me, farted, and then said get queefed on.
Get queefed on, bro.
I don't remember that.
That does sound like Wonder.
Oh yeah, you don't remember?
There's the
Good thing I immortalized it in the Wonder chat.
Interesting.
Alright, are we good?
I get a small might instead of those.
I have a small might.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to
Small,
change that.
just tiny.
It'll probably give
changed it.
me Tombo instead of might. Oh, I mean, you could just put it on me later or something, right?
Wait, what do you want instead?
The one that gives extra healing.
Oh, yeah.
But after
I
your
don't-
bop.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I didn't do that. There we go.
Goodness.
Right, I'm ready.
What's up?
I get on Fluffy,
Who's I?
small
Sorry. Oh.
barrel druid.
Okay, just a 10-minute might on Fluffy.
Oh, maybe that. There. Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
You can
Alright.
jump over this railing, I'm sure.
So,
Alright, that was
okay,
my bad.
let's get an MD on me, Astronis.
Like a pull 10.
Okay, doing a pull 10. Remember, we're not shooting until llama says aggro, until the mobs move.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Ashley can't even give you light, which is okay. I'll just see you on the next turnaround.
Don't you?
Sure.
Purge,
got
purge,
confounding
purge,
blow.
purge, purge.
Back on me. Fluffy.
Dead.
Easy, bro. Could probably just put this on too. Sad.
Oh wow, you just instantly got deleted.
That's
So
the end
should
there.
we be taking fire damage up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole raid takes damage. The whole
What
fight
should I
pretty
get
much.
to?
The only way to drop your shadow is to go step into a flame patch.
No. No, you
No,
frequently get hit with just the random fire damage from.
Yeah, Flame Seer. It's just a player debuff, dealing 650 fire damage every half second for up to 6 seconds, for a total of 7.8k damage. So that'll just go on random people.
Okay.
Right? And that'll, every time you take a fire damage spell, whether it's that, Conflagurate, or the Blaze that Llamas is taking, you can get the Flame Touch, which is the stackable thing that stacks up to 20.
So I needed to drop my stacks. So does somebody need to run over to me for me to drop that?
You wanna wait for the next Shadow Nova that comes out, and it should be on me or Fluffy. It's usually on the second aggro.
Okay.
So that'll kind of, it's a 10-yard radius. So when that's going out, just look for a timer, and then maybe like just sidestep in you're not like leaving patches by us, but you're close enough to get the Nova. So I'll try to if I see it coming, I'll call it out.
Okay.
Second aggro should be running to him.
Because I needed to drop it
Sure,
because I was already
can
taking
run to
9k per thing.
Yeah, I can run to llamas. Also, you probably need to like pump MDs into Wonder because he was like super behind after the first founding blow.
Pretty sure we used them all.
Okay.
I used mine.
I'll trigger the first confounding blow so I don't have to lose so much aggro.
Okay.
That's one of the problems with having a warrior on this fight. This run back is terrible.
Drain the girl. Drain her power until there is nothing but a vacant shell.
The run back's bad. Just kill the boss, Fred.
Honestly.
Lucky, can I get assist?
Because I was completely focusing
you have it.
on
Sorry, I saw your message.
doing
it's
the
just
patches right.
didn't realize
I
hadn't given
completely
you
forgot I had to
assist.
drop.
Sorry.
Drop my fire stacks.
I dropped a bot on
What's
Wonder's
our wish
corpse
list?
If anyone needs it.
Of course, spell haste snack.
Yeah,
of
I
course,
guess these
right.
guys literally don't pad at all. They just kind of, I don't know. They just kind of hang out there.
Is there anything else we even want from this boss? Because we run tier shoulders, and we literally only want the snack.
So what happened up top?
I guess you would probably run this. If this dropped, you'd run it. Just because then you'd like drop it back
Well, there were
later.
4 deaths to
This one,
basically
what do we
Flame
want?
Seer.
This ring.
Okay.
Before I died to melee and
Then
Shadow Furies,
was it
and
shifting?
then
Yeah,
more Flame
shifting.
Seer deaths. Llamas dying to Flame Touched and
This
a Blaze Tick
shadow-
on the
oh,
ground.
yeah,
That was a
yeah.
Blaze Tick, by the way, that did 9k llamas.
Oh, it
The
was?
Flame Touched was ticking every 2 seconds for 4k on you. Should be cleared, but
Oh, I
you,
see. Okay.
you got 2.
So I just ran a little late.
I don't know if
2
that's
times.
I don't know if that's just the initial cast or if that's the ground effect that you took damage from. Okay. Then more Flame Seer deaths.
So that's probably my fault.
So I guess I'm curious. You guys are getting hit by little fire patches up top
They should
beyond
not be.
conflag. Yeah, I don't think you should be at all because there's no way you guys can really jump down and eat the Shadow Nova. If you do have to do that, like it's kind of all screwed.
Can the bosses be a little more north?
I mean, I guess the healer question. They can be, I suppose.
Is that why we're getting those patches? Like, are we not supposed to get patches?
No, the
You're not
patches
supposed
should go
to.
underneath llamas.
It's literally she's literally just supposed to be throwing patches at llamas the entire time, and then
Probably
she'll
got
throw
one when he died, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, probably. Because she should just be doing that, and then she'll throw like a conflag at like you guys. But other than that, like you shouldn't be getting patches at all.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably just got one when he died.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the healers want it more
Okay, the
north.
blaze
Like, I
is the
think that's
patches.
okay.
Okay, I got hit by.
I thought it was a range thing. That's the only reason I said that.
Oh,
but yeah,
okay,
it's just because
okay.
llamas died. That's what Poke's saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but there were a couple deaths just to Flame Seer that didn't get healed enough. On like multiple different range people.
That's the dot off conflag.
No,
No,
Flame Seer is its
it's
own
just a
ability.
random. It targets 3 to 5 people, and it
Okay.
does 650 per tick. It ticks twice a second for 6 seconds, so it will do like almost 8k in total. So it needs to be healed.
What is Flame
somehow.
Touch?
Flame Touched? Flame Touched is
That's her
the
casting.
debuff that you get whenever you take fire damage on this fight, which deals fire damage every 2 seconds and stacks.
And the shadow eliminates it. You get shadow.
Taking any kind of shadow damage, yeah. So Shadow Fury or Shadow Nova.
Okay.
Fuck is Zool?
It's just, I guess it's kind of rough without a Resto Druid with pots.
Yeah, normally a Resto Druid would be just rolling life blooms on llamas the entire time, and then you would have like another person watching him.
Well, no,
as a
even
just
for
in
the
case.
even for the Flame Seers.
Hmm. Oh, you're single. I mean, are you guys randomly taking shadow damage though from up here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We do.
Gotcha.
What did we get her to? 56%?
That should be cleansing you.
Well, let's get another pull in. I mean, I think part of it is just feeling it out and getting used to it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's get Kings and Markdown on them.
Oh yeah, let's get belly buffs out real here.
Hey,
you might have
Thanks
missed
for
me because
joining.
it took me a while to get here.
Thank you.
We'll get another pull in, and then we'll see how this one goes, and then maybe next pull, if we feel comfortable, we'll start sitting less.
Here, let me at least give you this sploosh for the. Can we give him the weak or yeah, there it is. Pretty much. If you get targeted for conflag by Grand Warlock Alethis, just make sure you're dropping it into one of these corners back here.
Back out, yeah, towards the back.
Yep. I'm sure you've looked at it, so.
Yep.
Alright.
But yeah, guys, it is a lot of healing, a lot of damage on the raid, especially with those the Flame Seers. But really, Sacrilege should die pretty quick once you start sending lusts.
Mark group 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be flash healing a lot more too. So.
Is it worth it to put Fire Resistor on? Or does
Can't
it
be
not
resistant.
matter? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Chew, just one more Mark of the Wild on group 5 if you don't mind.
Is there any like, is it worth like having a Warlock with Imp or something or no? I'm not sure. For the stem.
Probably not.
Okay.
Kinda just have to burn it.
Well, group 3 can have imp, because I don't sack my pet.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll see this time. I'll pay attention to when I need to, the stacks I have, and when I need to drop it and everything.
Yeah, and Fluffy will run over if he...
Yeah, I'll try to just run over if I get targeted for one.
Okay.
You throw a mark on llamas? Like a diamond or something, maybe?
Yeah.
You got Mark.
Yeah, and
A raid marker so I can see him easier. He's tiny.
Reminder, please purge the boss. I dispelled it, and it's hard. It's really tough for a healer to use the GTD.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It needs to be.
enhanced. Or
It needs to be an enhanced or a spell steal.
Yeah, just right click. Atlas, whatever. Alethis and set focus.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're good. Let's get an MD out on me. Okay. Do a full timer. Okay, and we'll get a bump on llamas in a sec here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we can go down.
Flag on Soul.
Dispel.
8 stacks.
Fluffy for a second, coming back to me.
I'll come try to get you, but wonder you're gonna have to try to hit him if you can. Flag on me, melee out.
Melee out. Good.
Don't run into the
Dispel
flag.
is nice.
It's
not
not
range.
You guys
Zool.
need
Drop
to-
down, Zool. Drop down. Okay.
Shadow Fury,
Alright,
sorry.
Found it again.
Yeah.
So we're
Should
gonna
get to 50%.
have to put down Tranquil Air in group 3.
He's not on group 3.
Trank was down.
He's
Yo.
not on group 3 though.
What?
He's on group 5. Zool is on
Yeah.
group 5.
I mean,
So
probably
does
Well,
both
I'm
have
just
to put it
talking
down
for
then.
really all the locks.
We had Trank down, it's fine. Just
Okay.
don't pull aggro.
Okay.
It's not don't pull aggro, it's be below second threat, and Wonder and I are basically going to be getting confounded over and over, and then that's like, what's it,
So-
10 seconds?
Yeah,
6 seconds that we can't do anything?
Yeah.
Warlocks,
does not remove
warlocks, warlocks struggle here just naturally. If you watch some of the videos, they talk about hunters being really good here for threat problems. So
My
like,
bad, I'll watch it a little closer.
no, you're good. That's why I'm not sure if you guys can afford to put Tranquil Air in both groups with the warlocks, but that would be preferable just because you guys don't want to slow down. Yeah, I mean, I understand that Zol's not in group 3.
We can manage our tranquils. Like,
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just it might only be one group.
Was that how much damage was I taking when I was tanking? Was it bad?
I thought you guys were.
Because I can try to put on more threat gear.
I think you're okay. I think most of the damage is being taken by llamas, just from all,
I can put on more threat gear.
all the fire.
You probably can.
Yeah, I think I got up to like 10 or 12 stacks there.
Yeah, when I finally got targeted for a Shadow Nova, I was already tanking
tanking
the
it.
boss, and I was Shadow Furied and couldn't run.
Yeah, when you had it, I was gonna run over to you, but then
I was gonna try to run to you, and then Wonder got confounded and it was on me, and then I finally got targeted for a Shadow Nova. I thought I might be able to reach you in time, but
Should I tank closer to the Shadow Boss, maybe?
Yeah, so I didn't understand why you were doing that because in the videos we watched together, they made the full little semicircle up top. So he was doing that normally because it would let him just kind of run in if he had to eat a Shadow Nova when they started casting it.
Okay, so I should make it
Whereas
so my...
You should be making a smiley face.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll make it bigger and I'll come swing by the tanks at one time.
yeah, when you do want to drop, yeah.
Okay.
So like if you see a Shadow Nova, you'll just try to dip in.
Okay. He's already been
But
here an hour.
but I don't know. I mean, that was a great attempt, honestly. Like compared to the last one. So
Yeah, we can try less. Might as well start seeing pushing
what
the
damage
limit a
starts
little
to
bit.
look like, yeah.
Hey, Bastranus.
Hmm.
Your nose is cool, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Kubi, I'll just call Tranquil if we think we need it. Do it off the start, and then we'll put it in.
I would just stack a little more Trek here, Wonder.
Yeah, I got some on
How
that.
many others do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're running 8 healers.
How was the
1,
feint?
2,
Like,
3,
did you eat the
5,
conflag
6,
at all with the
7.
feint or no?
7 healers. Okay.
What?
7 healers.
There were some people. There were some people that said she's just straight still casts it. So I was curious if it actually did drop the way it's supposed to, or if she actually just kept casting on you.
I watched her go back to casting Black.
Okay. Okay, that's cool then.
Yeah, I don't think Soul got hit, so it should be fine.
Yeah, because
Dude,
I
we
was asking
literally
if on
just
the
dropped a
PTR they
repair
were
bot, bro.
doing that, and then it would conflag the entire raid sometimes because she just wouldn't give a fuck and she'd keep casting.
We
So
need a repair
that
bot.
was the bug, but or they could just be a feint resist. I don't know.
Wait, I
But it happened a lot.
What happened?
Yeah, Sven
I think you
probably
missed
didn't
it.
get it.
I can.
Not bad though. For what was that, like pull 3?
Yep. Well, really pull 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get mark on
everybody
everybody.
make sure to repair, please. There's a bot down. Even if you
Mark's
repaired
there.
for the last one, just repair again, so we're all
get back into this. Let's get it this time.
Just as always, be careful getting up on that hill. The ledge.
When we call less, we want to just list all groups, and then maybe Biz, you hold yours for a
Choo-choo
second last on
hates
someone.
putting up.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
We mark all the groups. Mark the wild.
He's not used to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to go over there and start buying some thorns, brother.
Okay. Yeah, alright, that's fine. You guys are listing groups 4 and 5 too, right?
Yeah, I think we just list everything.
Yeah, I think so too. I
And
think
then
you
we
list
can
healers.
second list Biz somewhere we want.
Yeah.
Where do you want to second list Biz?
Probably
how-
drop them into group 2.
Okay.
Warlocks are threat capped. Our hunters are probably
Yeah.
the biggest source of damage increase we can see.
Can we give Biz assist?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
By the way,
Okay.
sending like one lust in group 4 is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, we are.
Just-
We're sending
yeah,
all
okay.
less.
Yeah.
All 5 less, even for Tombo and
Okay.
Prince.
Okay, I'm gonna do get an empty on me. I'll do a full 10.
Plucky, if you want to maybe wait to less until like the first damage goes out, that could be
Oh.
good too. Yeah.
Empty now?
Yep. And I'll do a pull timer after. Okay. Remember, we're letting llamas jump down first, then shooting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Then less.
Oh, llamas. Shit, I healed. Okay. Oh, the yellows. Okay, gotcha.
Your line up.
Yeah, gotcha.
Perch. Nice.
Confounding blow, it's on Fluffy.
You can get a thunderclap or pointer when you can, that'd be fantastic.
I'm Plucky.
Shadow Nova on range.
Purge.
I'm wondering.
Me.
Flag, but not melee.
I got flag.
That's
Shatter.
it's we're both conflagged.
It's the wipe if one of the tanks dies.
We're not dead, but
Well,
Dead.
we're confounded. Llama's dead. Yeah.
oh, llamas, are you, are
So
you
I
doing...
think for warlocks, shatter, something weird happens with the line if you do pull, or it's out of range or something. So I wouldn't rely on shatter. I would just hold back.
Nah, it's because the tanks got conflagged, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
They were both went to the third
did he
threat.
actually cast it on me?
Yeah, she cast it on you.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I shattered and maybe it resisted. I might have missed it, but
50 yards.
didn't.
Shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, no, it was just because Fluffy was disoriented and I was conflagged.
Yeah,
I was
we needed,
conflagged too.
we needed her to run away when you got targeted.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
I feel like the ads are stunning us a lot. I don't remember seeing that in a lot of the kill videos I've seen. It seems like there's a DR on it, but still, it's like Shadow Nova's coming out a lot from the ads.
Shadow Fury, yeah.
Is that what it's called? Shadow Fury, yeah.
Llamas, how high did your stacks get?
It dropped at some point. I came close enough and got hit by it, I think.
Okay.
Because I just like I made it so my path was a little closer, but then I like land sighted Tombo.
If 2 people aren't in yet and
yeah.
can summon Nin, that would be great.
So I think next time I could probably
I'll
I'll
go out.
play up a bit more on the
go out.
ledge almost.
Okay.
Like that's fine. I think that was kind of like I was still able to heal you. That's not why we like wiped, because I was actually able to catch up on the healing pretty easily, especially with the lust.
And then I have one question. I think there's a reason, but why don't we do any damage on the fire if like we're threat capped?
Because her health, well, she's gonna combine.
Yeah, combines
with
right.
the others, but it doesn't change. Like her health is just gonna reset to 100, and they're gonna combine.
Okay.
So, and then you're just gonna have higher threat on phase 2.
Okay.
I think we were threat capped as bad this time.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's just both.
It's just that I got confounded, and then Wonder got conflagged, and then we're both disoriented.
Did you?
Ever.
So when you did the kite, were you kiting like closer to the ledge, or in the other semicircle away from the ledge?
Closer.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, Billy, you did not cast Soul
I
Shatter.
think that's more dangerous for you to do that.
It's on cooldown, so.
I think it's better for you to do the kite this way.
Over there.
Because
and go to the left, because in the video we did, that's what they did, and it was nice because when he wanted to dip into the shadow region, he would literally just walk forward up to like here, and he would dip.
Okay. Because the path I took, I just got hit by the shadow just like while I was going.
That's the concern, because we're tanking it there, so you're walking into us, and I think you're gonna kill yourself if you do that.
I can go around the other way then.
I don't know if healers can touch you from there. I think they can.
From where?
Like to the north of where Althus and Sacrolash are.
Oh, I mean, I can try going to. It's just I can try going to the very, very edge, but I don't know either.
Plucky, I'm gonna give the consumes to Sploosh. That's cool.
Yeah, that's perfectly
Yeah, I
fine.
can go around.
Point,
Counterclockwise then.
I'm gonna change the sub. I'm actually gonna have Critmus give you light instead, and I'll I guess probably just don't give anything. I guess. Are you fine not having wisdom, or do you actually need the mana really bad?
I need mana.
Okay, I will give you. Shit. Okay, the problem I'm having is that my buff range is not 40 yards. I don't think. Yeah, the small buffs are 30 yards. The heals are 40 yards. So I've been trying to give you light, but I can't because of the range. I think if I just play it more so here, though, and then when you're coming back around, maybe I could give you. Maybe I'll just do it then. You know, it should be fine.
You can also have Max just give the bob on him. I don't know if that makes it easier. He can always re-kings, because he is going to be down there and near him.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Okay.
Yeah, can you just do it, Tombo?
That's fine. Yeah, I'll give him light then. I guess I'll leave that to you then, Max.
Yeah, I'll pop him.
Okay. Let's get another pull in before, or like we don't need to wait on hero. We can get it on the next one. Get more experience.
But let me get the buffs out and stuff.
Here, Tim, you little gremlin.
And then just keep blooms on llamas, and it'll alternate between Wonder and Fluffy, who's tanking. Then just raid heal where you can. There's a lot of like dot fire damage.
Oh, Nin's here!
So what bosses Wonder and Fluffy tank?
We're both
They're
going to
on
be tanking
Sacrolash.
Sacrolash. It's going to disorient one of us and then go to the other one.
Kind of like Blood
Put it
Boil.
as a focus so I can see who they're hitting.
And there will be conflag targets that it will either be ranged or melee, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put blooms on them once they get hit.
Yeah.
You can.
There's a weak aura that Poke just listed or just put up.
Fluffy already slid into my DMs.
All right, there you go.
Alrighty.
So are we gonna switch Nin to on me just the whole time, or is it just gonna be Tombo?
Well, both.
Okay.
It's both. She's
Nin
rolling
will
life
keep-
on you.
Yeah.
And the other tanks.
Alright. So let's get an
Smooth out the
MD
damage a lot.
on me. Okay. Well, the mama's going first with the bob.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Tanks pick it up. Okay.
Damage seems very light.
Flag on Fluffy.
Flag on Fluffy,
That's a
okay.
lot better.
Disorient
Careful
on
you
me.
don't get close to me, mamas.
Unfortunate.
Oh.
We'll come back in a sec.
Dispel. Nice.
We'll come back.
Need to get it.
In a sec. It's coming. Don't go to
We
the
need to
fire,
actually
guys.
move this.
We're aligned.
Too early, man.
Some Fluffy. Back on me.
Oh.
Pyrogenic soon.
Ooh, Elvis. There we go. Flag down.
On Fluffy.
So we're kind of getting just
Back on me.
unlucky that tanks are getting selected by flag, yes.
That was extremely unlucky at the start.
But it was a good recovery.
Let's just keep going though.
Oh,
we're going
Shadow
to
Fury.
Stop that.
Yeah, so what happened was I got confounding blowed when Fluffy was disoriented from the first conflag. So both tanks are disoriented, unable to be targeted by the boss, so the boss goes to the territory. It's just nothing you can really do about that.
So I think we tank her kind of near the base. Someone near the
Get
base
alive,
of the right
Donbo!
stairway. Or I guess where I'm dead.
Dang, I had so much threat, actually.
Because that way the shadow clones will go up that stairway instead of the other one, which is what I noticed they're doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I think that might be why ranged are actually dealing with them, because the distance they're traveling is low enough, or is short enough that they're able to get to range without despawning.
Okay. Yep, I'll move him over more.
I'll just say this much. I think me and Llamas like got it down very easy to keep up.
Yeah, and then Fluffy, you came in and dropped my fire, right? I think I saw that.
I had two.
Yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it like once or twice. It was pretty good.
Okay, Illyria has had some relatives coming over, so he has to greet them for a little bit. So he said he'll be back in about 15 minutes. I still want to keep getting pulls in, but we will have to be cleansing. So if the enhancement shamans can make sure they're getting that purge off on
Going with Bumble. Where's Bumble?
pyrogenics, that's gonna be pretty
Behind me.
necessary.
Yep,
Or
we'll just keep going
Ken.
without him. That's fine. That was a good attempt. I think we're getting better.
Yeah,
It's
we were
just
at
Getting
30%.
to like 30. Yeah.
very
if you-
unlucky with the targeting.
If you get her in phase 2, it's a kill. So
We'll drop down and essentially it's just purge it and move out if you're conflagged, yes? And
There's no more
deal with-
conflag in
there's
phase
no
2.
flag. You literally just stack together for eating Chain Heal and soaking Shadow Nova.
Yeah,
and
she
that's
does
it.
like the same thing plus Shadow Nova, I think, for the most
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
need to drop
it's-
the flame stacks and the
Yes.
shadow nova. That's pretty much it.
It's all on the Warlock for phase 2.
Yeah.
So that
And she'll
Shadow
Shadow Nova and it'll hit the entire raid.
So
and
when we
you
hit
just
phase 2,
move
we're
in.
wiping, is what I'm hearing.
I'm sorry.
It's all me.
Are we
But then-
supposed to stay stacked for Shadow Nova?
Yeah, because you're splitting damage.
Are Tombo and Cryptmas, you both
That was good
are
though.
using Conqueror,
That was
should
good.
we put
I had like
Conqueror in bigger
150k
pool?
threat or something by the end of there.
Yeah. Yeah, if we lost our mage, we should do that at least for now.
Yeah, whoever has the whichever group the Shadow Priest is in, put Grimace in that one. I'm good on mana actually.
Okay, we did that.
Oh baby.
And I'll put Nin into group 5 to give her some totems. Alright, so we have less up this full.
Oh, can I have some biscuits?
I don't know if anybody gets extras, but
I got her.
That's pretty good. Like threat was really good there.
No biz.
So
Shadow Nova actually resets your fire stacks to 0, so it's actually good to get hit by it.
So there's two things, right? Nova is what happens to the second highest threat. Fury happens to anybody.
So the shadow images can cast Shadow Fury. They usually won't cast it on the range stack at all because they shouldn't be reaching you guys, which hopefully will be better with different positioning. They'll Shadow Fury the melee a lot. Shadow Nova usually targets the second threat, but it targets whoever it wants really.
Yeah, I saw a target biz last attempt, so it's not always second.
It just targets whoever it wants.
Well, it's second threat on the one that the Warlock's tanking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well that explains it.
Which is why it usually targets the healer.
Alright, well let's all make sure we have all our buffs.
it is so mean to Rudy.
like
Asking who fell
seconds,
down.
he's probably answering the door.
Oh shit, I don't get my
Abrasion right here,
Wisconsin
boy.
6Gs just got here.
Is it possible to put Wisdom on the Sacrolash, or are we good without it?
And we went. I mean, this would be nice.
Yeah, that would be kind of hard to do, huh?
To be honest,
you do
the
want
fight is really short. If
yeah.
you kill him fast enough, like I know you're gonna on the
This
first
is, like,
boss, but just
technically death,
and
I
kill
think,
her.
if you don't have
and
tailoring.
it'll be a
It's
kill.
best if you don't have
I mean,
tailoring.
if the
I don't think the
damage is
stats
low
are
enough
like
on
that
with
important.
this, if you
I think
really
stat
want,
weighting
I
is
can
not
run down Wisdom and just fucking zoom back up as
But
fast
casters
as
get
possible.
I'd rather
three.
you not
Want
do that.
3
That's
things
fine.
off of
I'm
Muru.
just-
That's
just
crazy.
a lot of
asking
extra.
if
Yeah.
And kill Jaden,
I
we
don't
want
think so.
Not a big problem.
Sunflare, Cloak,
Yeah, P2.
helmet.
We can
sorry
We
do
want
about
3
that.
things
Back.
here as well.
Cookie's good. He's got his pizza.
That's crazy. First one,
Type of pizza.
we just want bracers.
Wisconsin
Second
6.
boss,
The
belt,
only option.
So Wisconsin
pants.
6.
Okay, let me know
Boots.
when
Alright.
you want the MD.
Just
We
boots.
good?
Yeah, MD me.
Just neck.
Okay.
Five, four,
When Llamas jumped down
3,
first.
2, 1.
Okay, Wonder and Fluffy, when you all feel comfortable with call us.
You should go.
Okay, us.
See, you can Shadow Fury, that's fun.
We're lusting, yeah?
Yes, Lust.
It's on Fluffy. I got confounded.
Bell, dispel.
You get a thunderclap if you can.
Or if you have
Wonder move
we will.
flag.
I'm moving.
Confounded.
Spell, dispel.
It'll come back in
2
a sec.
seconds. 2 seconds. Let it come back.
Let it come back. Let it come back.
just getting
Pounded.
I don't even know what the heck is dropping.
Make sure
off
you
my
guys are
shadow
watching your
stuff.
stacks.
Or my fire stuff.
I need to reset mine. Reset.
Demo it if you can.
It's on me.
Pyrogenics.
So,
Flag
flag on Kilda.
I just need to
Okay, get ready to jump down. You guys are gonna group up.
I'm
in
gonna
the
stay.
center.
I'm gonna stay with Kilda.
Yep.
I'm staying with Kilda.
Jump down, group on her ass.
Center.
Yeah, let's go.
Make sure Tim is alive.
I'm resing Val.
Fluffy, can you iterate?
Yep.
Me, Fluff?
Hot salve or spot salve me, please.
You're
How
fine.
many MDs we got left? Just put them on llamas.
I have 100.
Meet up less.
So, Mama.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter in this stage.
Biz, swap to a group. Go up to the spin by from last.
Llamas, you gotta reset those stacks, okay? Next Shadow Nova, come in.
Biz, do you still have Mana Tide?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Come in quick.
In.
Yeah, yeah. And out quickly, Yep.
Good job.
What the fuck is Zul?
Who
Good
the
luck,
fuck
might
is?
wanna take a
Zula,
chip
you should
fire.
come down, brother. Okay, you're right here. I'm sorry.
God, the mana costs are so fucking easy.
Wow, this is easy as fuck.
Easy.
Yeah, that wasn't a hard boss.
Nice work, guys. Oh,
Oh, one more.
All came together when our druid came.
Oh
It's
wow.
a lot of loot.
Need to heal.
Keep healing, keep healing.
Eh.
Alright, well done.
We got found
Should I ate?
Wait, she drops a belt too?
I
I
mean,
saw
there's no shadow damage. Are we gonna keep? We're gonna keep taking until we die, I guess.
No, you just heal.
Oh, I just have
3
this
minutes
for 3
remaining.
minutes.
Somebody duel me. Little shadow word death.
What's a belt? Interesting.
Yo, that was easy as
It's
hell.
honestly not hard.
Alright, so.
Yeah, that's good. Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Schmutz. You have 8 stacks.
Just had to get a fucking rid of the silly blue boy. That's all we had to do.
Honestly.
Yeah, well, I get a
Yeah, who
blue
needs
one.
AI?
Orange.
Who needs it?
Oh wait, I need to go fucking switch back, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I am also burning to death. Do I have to wait 3 minutes before I can switch?
I wonder if you hearth out if you keep it.
Nah, you know what, Tombo? I got you, bro. Here you go.
Yo, toxic. What about us? Alright, Tom V, now you get me. Come on.
No. Tombo takes
Come on, get
Cryo, bro.
Schmuzz, for God's sake. He has 8 stacks.
Sorry,
He'll be
I-
fine.
This poor
Schmuzz
guy's like,
is legit healing himself.
Healing wave himself, yeah.
Wait, he's got.
Alright, so. Yeah, it is. That's a good point. But. I spent a lot on Dark Friends.
Man, I still like half my mana.
Yo,
burn.
hey, I got an
That was
idea.
so
If you got Shadow, I guess you could probably do this right here.
Fucking cheap fuck.
It
Use it.
doesn't. I did.
Oh,
It
it
didn't
doesn't
work.
look like
Schmuzz, why don't you just eat? Will it stop?
Yo, can we just put a campfire up there?
That's not easy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you set a campfire so anyone can just dip in and it doesn't do that much damage.
Well, that's
So,
It's
something we didn't talk about really is like, for example, Bellylog had like 16 stacks of the shadow buff. He did it perfectly when I called out for it. He just went out, took a tick of fire, and reset his stacks. That's kind of what you're supposed to do. You can't sit there and take a bunch of stacks of shadow either. It's rare that that happens, but just something to keep in mind.
Well, that's why he's a god.
He's a god gamer, bro. Yeah, I saw a couple melee coming and do that too. I was scared as fuck though. I saw a melee running at me and I was like, what did I do wrong?
illness is the true end boss. So.
And llama's your threat. Like, threat doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? So you'll have so much of it.
I think I had like almost 200k there at the end.
Yeah, there's unlimited threat in that phase.
I think closest mana came to like 60% or something like that.
So I'm linking the loot just so everybody.
Yeah, no, you can just D all that. There's no Tonpo loot in there.
Shiv is good. Mantle is okay when you can eventually get to it. Oh, are they?
Demon 2.
Oh, Fluffy, you know that's never dropping, bro.
To put a mark on a mob, do you have to have assist?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the locks for Muru will need it.
Yep.
Now Muru might be hard. Oh, I gotta change title. We're 4 out of 6 now. Edit stream info. 4 to 6.
That neck's nice too.
Oh yeah.
I don't need Avenger Shield, do I? For this upcoming stuff?
I'm sorry.
Muru, you absolutely
No.
need him.
Oh, you do?
Because it
I would-
spawns in stacks
We're gonna go ahead and
packs
announce
of
this.
3.
Congrats, Biz.
So no, you don't, because it summons a little
Oh, wrong one.
a little thing on
So
the
you
wall.
have
Dude, Biz
So
going
now enhancement.
going
so
in
you're,
hands?
you're gonna see it, right? So you're gonna be able to
Either
run
one of
right
those.
to it to pick it up,
But
and
that's
then
the big guy. Like, that's the big void
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I'm talking about the mobs that spawn at the end and the beginning of the room.
No, that's
so
me and Fluffy taking care of
so
those.
so those mobs. No, I know what he's talking about. So those mobs are literally gonna be novaed by Spen, and you're just gonna be consecrating,
You're like,
and
"Oh,
the
let's
warlocks
give
are
him
just gonna
business."
be enslaving them, and then just blowing up the rest of them.
Okay, so I can go the Sanctity or Respect. That's
Yes, you
Okay.
can. Yes, because you're not needing to throw your
Funneled
shield.
wall. Gratz funneled wall.
So yeah.
Make sure the locks
Are the-
have them.
I mean, look at actually, I don't know what the is this tank.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
there's
I mean, we have 5
defense,
blocks right
dodge,
now. I'm pretty
parry,
sure you guys should
defense.
enslave
The
like
belt's
all
really
but
good. That's good. That's good. That you got belt.
Yeah,
one.
there's all but
Boots,
one.
so you don't
It's
really
just
care
it's
about
a,
the
still a
bracers.
little
The other two are
tricky.
good, though.
Like,
Well, you probably wear this.
coordinate.
This. You probably don't
I
even wear
can
bracers.
I can
you
auto
probably,
mark
You don't wear these.
like
No,
as
we
they
have-
spawn, so you guys have
No,
targets.
we all have.
You probably
They
end
all
up
have their
wearing
Macro, it puts a
this,
mark on
chest,
it.
and
Like the
shoulders
locks have
Probably
to be.
you need assist for that.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Probably chest,
I don't even
shoulders,
think we start bombing them
there.
yet until like they sort of break down. So you guys will have time. So you probably will have them enslaved before you even start bombing them.
The biggest thing is because it puts a
Huge.
mark on it.
That's
If
huge.
you go to a mob
Easy.
that already has a
Yeah,
mark on it, don't enslave that one
Yeah,
because you'll
swap.
ruin the warlock's cast. Whoever has
Right.
that one.
Right.
So just make if there's a mark, bad luck. Pick the next one.
Other than that, I mean, let's clear to get there, and then I can talk about it. But
Yeah, we're just waiting on Tumby.
oh, okay. Well then, I guess I'll start talking. I'll start talking about Muru now. Then I guess. The big thing for Muru is ad control for wave 1 or for phase 1. There's no tank actually tanking Muru. Pretty much what it's looking like is the boss is just standing in the center, and you are
Shadow bolt.
melee are running in and they're just hitting it. You're gonna probably want to lust on cooldown or on pull because you want to get as much damage in as you can before the first wave. Once that wave comes, you're gonna have 2 entrances. You're gonna have 2 Fury Warriors.
I don't know if
and a
that
mage
messes
coming in
with the
from
macro
both
or not.
sides.
I know, like
Wonder
in coding,
and
you can have
Fluffy will be
stuff in the same
picking
line.
both of those up, and
I
we'll be
think.
dragging
Pretty
those to
sure.
melee for us to cleave off of them. The boss will have a circle ability that it does called Darkness. When that happens, melee has to run out to where the ranged are.
But you had to have like the
and
mark
there's going to be
end
these
of line after
fiend
20,
sort of skull-looking
so I
mobs
don't
that
know if
spawn.
matters.
Horde is going to be putting down a mass dispel in the center of Maru, and it should dispel all of those skulls that appear. You're also going to have another mob that spawns. It's like a giant voidwalker, and
So that was good.
it'll have a
That
little
was fun
portal
taking that. That was cool.
at random locations. on the
I'd be happy
walls,
taking that.
And
for a
Tunbi's gonna be
while.
running there and picking it up. And once that mob is dead,
I still need to go
it's gonna
learn
break
everything
down
on
into 5 or 6 voidwalkers,
Oh, we're paying
and that's the stuff that the warlocks will be enslaving.
Mm-hmm.
Those mobs have a shadow bolt volley, so all of the shamans want to put grounding down because we don't want that to just hit the raid because it's gonna be a ton of damage. Other than that, the warlocks will be seeding most of those mobs and arcane explosioning and that kind of stuff. We do want to slow them, so we're going to be putting down earthbind totems. You're going to put down slowing traps for the hunters, just stuff to kind of keep everything kind of collapsed.
Twins. I knew Twins was going to be easy. Everyone
And
thought
that's
Twins
really the
was
first
so
phase,
hard looking
is
at it.
just
I was
at
like, Twins is
control
gonna
and
be
then
easy
getting
as
as
fuck.
much damage in on the boss as you possibly can.
Hopefully, Felmis is the one we're gonna have the most trouble on.
Once you push it
We're
in
an
a
hour and a
phase
half
2,
in, 2 more bosses.
it
maybe.
becomes sort of a race for, I mean, phase 1's already a race, but it becomes more of a race to beat the ramping up shadow damage. It's not resistible, and some of the mechanics you're going to see, there's going to be a chain that bounces around. It just ramps up. Not really anything that you can do about it.
Kind of easy. Your stream keeps buffering for me. The past
You're going to be
few
taking a
streams.
Saf,
That's so
Shadow
weird.
Aura, similar to Saf.
I wonder why.
Which also is ramping up, and
I don't know
you
why.
will have these void zones that appear. Get out of it.
Does it do it like every time I
a
tab, like right now?
Fiend will spawn, and all that has to happen is Horde has to just
When I
mass
come
dispel
back
that.
in, did that do
Yeah,
it
there's
then?
6 of them, and in the void zone's only in the middle. You'll see
No,
there's like a
no,
circle.
I'm talking in phase 2. There's 1 in phase
No.
2.
Okay.
I have no
But
clue
there's 6
why,
in phase
though.
1. You're right.
It's random.
So he'd be dispelling the single fiend in phase 1
I
that's
have
coming out of the void.
absolutely no clue.
Spawn
I'm gonna
or
go
the void
fix some
zone,
windows.
and then
Has it,
there
like,
is
Hugs, have you been
a
having that? You've been watching
vortex
past
that will
days.
appear on a target. It doesn't stick to a player, so you can run away from it, and it's gonna follow the closest player, and it's sort of like a little tornado thing. And if it gets to you, it's gonna pick you up and throw you around for like 8 seconds. It'll do 500 damage a second, and it's pretty much just really annoying. So run away if it spawns and it's chasing you. And that's pretty much all the mechanics. Does anyone have questions? It's just a void zone and the vortex in phase 2 that you have to care about.
And the skull you have to dispel, right?
And the skull
One
for
comes
Horde.
out of a
Horde,
void
yes.
zone, maybe. Something
Yes,
like that.
yes, that's specifically for Horde.
When it's just a single skull, can I target dispel, or does it still?
Yeah.
You probably can, yeah.
You can target dispel. Shamans can purge it. Anybody.
Later on in the fight,
priest
you
or
will be
shaman.
getting single skulls outside of the main.
I'm pretty sure if you don't dispel it, it like totally fucks everyone up, right?
Yeah, you just
It's like a light.
dispel it. You just dispel it. I think you can hit all of them with a mass dispel by putting it under the boss in phase 1.
Yep.
Yes, you can. There will be mini ones kind of spread around later though, like single ones.
Right, but you won't have to worry about that till phase 2. The hardest thing again is getting through phase 1. You get through phase 1, then it's just a burn phase in phase 2. We're very good at that, so should be okay.
Question: Are we having enhancement shamans focusing kicks on mages from the opposite side of the room?
I don't want to pull them off the boss.
I need one enhancement shaman to be kicking the mage from the other side of the room. I assume Wonder will pick up the close stuff. I'll pick up the far stuff.
Normally
there needs to be a kick.
Normally the person doing that is the mage that's counterspelling it.
No, I've seen plenty of people do it within. Like one enhanced shaman just pulls off and shocks it like 2 times.
Okay, that's fine. Then you can do that, I guess.
Just splitting out the totems.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what's going on with group 6.
I think you meant more why does group 6 exist?
We're talking about loot and party chat.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why I pulled everyone aside. Sorry, it's
Okay.
just easier
No,
than
no, no, you're
pulling
fine.
in
You're
a
fine.
different channel. Yeah.
You're fine. Other than that, yeah, I mean,
Wants
I
to
don't
see
know
dog.
if you can use Schmuzz, you can use Ryan. I don't know if Kubi would be better. I don't really know, but somebody does have to kick. I get that.
Yeah, well,
I think we probably
So
got
much
enough
work
for-
climbing up the stairs,
sorry?
silly girl.
Probably when I start cleaning
clear and
trash.
talk
though.
about
Dog on
Yeah.
progression.
Probably want the hunters in the actual group if that's the case.
Huh.
I don't remember what these mobs do.
These ones aren't bad. I'll get the axe. Fluffy can get the skull. Dumby, you
She's
can
been
get the
good
big
so
guy.
far.
Just tank them where they are.
I mean, I'm sure she just came up for a treat.
Like, do anything?
I need
I
to
don't
go
think they do
grab
anything special.
the water sprayer.
Oh, let me get buffs.
I'm pretty sure they do something special, and that's why I don't remember it.
Silly girl.
We'll just face
Say
it,
hi,
just in
stream.
case,
You want to say hi? Over here?
Okay.
Over here. Look. Here.
Give me 1 moment.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
look-
if you have to kill
you look
those
so
two or something
cute.
before like the
You're
destroyer
so
can die.
oh, look
I
at
don't
you
really
guys.
remember.
You're so adorable. You don't like see.
There's very little trash at this point up to
You
Maru.
can come take her. She'll
I'm
have so much
ready to
fun
go,
with
I
Bo.
suppose.
Yeah.
We good?
Oh, we're ready.
Can we move the hunters?
Yeah, I think when the big guy dies, he spawns ad. So get a
Give me a
cross trap
second.
down.
I don't have show raid 40 raids, so
Yeah. Hold
Great
on.
times.
Let me.
Let him die.
Bo. I know, Bo would tire her out so
I'll
fast.
kill him.
She's so overweight.
maybe you all can / join like a random channel to finish it.
Yeah. Just give me 1 sec. Let me move myself to.
Okay.
I know. I haven't seen you all day.
Alright, so I'll get the axe. Fluffy will get the skull. Dumby, you got the big guy.
Yep.
Tank him where they are. Okay, going in. Moving into the room.
I just want to be left alone during stream, you know?
Second debuff. I'll try to cleanse it. Fire
I think
shard.
those shards have to die, I think. That's obnoxious.
Who needs a mage,
Just
bro?
focus on dispels, kind of.
Yeah. Healing seems really light for this right now.
Pulling this shard over to you guys. Get up off me, please.
I should probably get some more shards. I have enough room. Honestly, what was that? That was like our fourth or
Alright,
fifth
yeah,
pull
that
or
was
something?
mechanic.
That was pretty easy, to be
Fun.
honest. Everything on shadow
Well, that's easy
damage,
enough, I can
everything.
definitely take care of
I
that.
did put on my
Yeah, that's
radio,
fine.
so.
I just couldn't remember what it did. You're literally gonna want to send your paladin in for here, and I don't know if you like want to bubble or something and like gather them all up.
All the fiends?
Yeah, because they're gonna all explode.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna open up my
And just keep him up there. Yeah.
since it's nice and cool outside.
Okay, get ready.
No. You want to just tank him? I'd take your.
I don't think we want to go in there though.
Oh,
No,
I
no.
removed it.
Just wait till the
Use
shield
probably
goes off.
seed.
Yeah, just seed it now.
So physical bubble would have worked for this too, is what I'm getting at. Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay.
I'm just taking precautions. So.
What do you want me to take?
Got the
Okay.
cross breeze going in the room. You know,
That
room's
she
not gonna be 80
cleaves.
degrees anymore. Oh, Brittany, I need to bring
I don't remember what the Painbringer does.
that
Big skull,
the
Wonder X,
1800 that I brought over the
Watch out.
cherry stuff.
Yeah,
I
and,
need to
and
bring
we
that
do
back
want that
for
gazer
Vor.
to leave
keep
because
forgoing.
we have to tank that pack and then those two doom guards behind them.
Who do
And
you
then
want me
we're
to
just
I keep forgoing. Parents asked about it.
Get
and I was
the.
like,
I think no. I think we want to kill the skull first. So Fluffy will get the skull. I'll get the axe.
I took the mages.
You want to get the mage? Okay, I'll get the painbringer then.
I'm the skull to Fluffy.
Okay. Go on. Go ahead. Dumby, you can go first.
So far, I mean, twins down. I mean, we might clear tonight. We still got
Back out,
2 hours and 20 minutes of raid.
This bitch is bitch is always spinning.
Oh, I got polymorphed. Thank you.
You say it, man.
might get the big eye here. Didn't. Somebody dispel Rudy so he can dispel.
I mean, it's true. Why do they always make the fucking what are
What
these
is
called?
the Painbringer doing?
Rudy knows what's up. Rudy knows
priestess.
he
Why
knows
do
who's the
they all spin in
Okay.
Black Temple too?
I don't know.
Painbringer has a ramping buff. He does more damage the longer he's alive, but it's not really a big deal.
I think we want to tank those two probably back here, maybe. or
Yeah, these
maybe
guys
we
I think
wanna
worse
do it-
now. Right?
Yeah, it would be nice if we could tank them back here and maybe like just MD them over to us. No, we don't. We can literally ignore the left side, but we do need to
so
pull
just-
us too.
Alright, Fluffy's got skull, I got X. Just pull him over, maybe back up a bit.
Oh, does that dagger go to?
Just back up.
Yeah, just come to the left raid,
Oh, his rogue isn't in the raid. I don't know if that's.
and that's fine. Yeah.
No, because dagger rogue's not this. I don't think anybody uses daggers this entire expansion.
really bad stun. Rudy's taunted.
Yep.
Perfect. And maybe I can just stun off you if you get taunted. Or taunt off you if you get stunned.
There's
Tombo's a very talkative tank, which is good.
Foiled, I guess.
Oh wait, do they have to be killed at the same time?
Seems
Probably.
No, I think you have to use holy,
Holy
damage.
damage?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
holy damage.
Smite his ass.
Smite
Oh,
Smite
12k? Let's go, baby.
Oh, I
Smite
got
beast.
it. Hold on. Oh, get holy.
My smite hit for 12k. Let's go.
Okay.
Should I pick up this dog? Or wait,
Wait,
These dogs,
I think this
they
is Wonder.
spawn something.
Watch the guy on the left.
Yeah, back up. Okay, we're fine. And I think we just have to face it away. I think it's similar to the hounds and.
Yeah, we'll see.
MC.
I'll
Come
face
on
it
up the
away.
right side, guys. Come on up.
I'll come with you just in case there is little mobs that come out.
Kind of easy, bro. This is where progression wiped right here.
You'll blinding rod after this?
Oh, I got it.
Locked.
Nah, you won't need it when he gets the door open here. Tank
No,
weapon, right?
there's no mobs. It looks like it's just
Tank weapon.
Yeah, tank weapon.
a troop.
Oh,
Dr. Pet's got the
I was
lead.
like wondering. I was wondering what does this poison do? And then I was trying to look at what was on the pets, and they all just died.
Wow.
That's where progression wipe is right there. They
Yeah.
try to
Yeah,
skip.
guess we'll
They
just
try to
follow
skip
up
stuff.
next
Got another one.
Then I think they mistimed the dogs. 'Cause they were gonna try to. I think they were trying to invis pot past all of them. So be careful. When I was watching the Race to World first, people did pull the destroyers from down below.
Yeah. It's not mass dispel up here. Just in case.
It's only 2 people got hit that time. What's the deal with that?
I taunted it as it casted.
Oh, okay. I'll keep an eye out for that then.
Good little Pyre Stone.
Why does the leather on these guys suck? Scraps?
I'll go.
Okay, just another one of these packs.
Okay, W's going in. We don't see it yet. Right.
I tried to enslave it.
Maybe they blow up when they die. Maybe not.
They didn't. They just. No one was close enough besides me.
They die when they are dead.
Dude, like,
These
look how much
ones,
trash
that's
is though.
cool,
Like
so let's
the
pull 'em
first
back a
before
little
the
bit
first
so we
boss,
don't
a
get
lot of trash between all the other
totally
bosses.
lost
Not
room.
that much trash. Very nice. Unlike where BT was like shit ton of trash, boss, shit ton of trash, boss, shit ton of trash, boss,
We can
shit ton of
teleport
trash,
up here
boss.
now, right?
You know, or like Hydro,
No, that's
shit ton of
that's
trash,
two twins.
boss.
No,
shit
two
ton of
twins from
trash,
you can teleport.
boss.
I believe.
Wonder Tontex.
I'm coiled.
Oh shit. I don't know.
Oh boy.
That was an accident. Sorry.
The smite.
Okay, kill that one.
Found one.
My tank set was really good though. I can't believe like boomers back in the day had to do the other one. Dogs are fighting.
So this doesn't pull anything below.
We didn't even use house.
Yeah.
Or soul
The
stones.
Voidwalker that Tumby's going to be tanking, the one that you want to keep out of the raid, it pulses, it'll spawn mini Voidwalkers.
Alright, there's the rest of the stream
Does
right
that
here, baby.
rotate
Right here.
On the left and right where it spawns, or is it?
There's a
random.
gate that open ahead.
Honestly, I think we're gonna have more
I can see
trouble
where
with
it's coming
Killjoy.
from.
Wait, are
I
you
see.
talking about the void? Yeah, it's a little swirly vortex on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know when they're spawning, like exactly. So I know we'll come. I'm probably gonna tank it to the left or right of the raid, but a little bit off, so it's not in the raid. Because apparently, if it's in melee range of the raid, it fucks it up.
So if you run into the little darkness on the ground, you're gonna take 3,000 damage every second, and you're not gonna be able to be healed. So don't do that.
Which is the thing where it spawns in the ground when the skulls come up, right?
Yes.
Then you're
Yeah, it's every 45 seconds. You'll see over raid warning. But yeah, they get out of the center and come back to the door area.
And so, yep. And then every time the Void Sentinel spawns, no, not the Void Sentinel. When the Void Sentinel's about to break down into pieces, like if we can have like almost all of the shamans put down groundings, except for the enhanced, because they don't want to peel off the boss. That would be helpful. And then make sure you guys are grounding once they break down, because the little guys do shadow volley, and we want that to get absorbed by as much grounding as we can.
Okay, so Val, you want to call moving in and out of darkness for melee.
That's fine.
Tunvi, you'll keep an eye where the sentinels go, right? Wonder and Fluffy are going to be picking up ads and bringing them in, and they'll call for AoE. On the first void.
Sorry.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I was just asking, so all you want me to do is just the big void boys with the ads that spawn.
Yes.
That's all you want me to do?
That's your entire job, yeah.
Okay.
And Jojo is on the boss at the start.
Yeah.
And
And on the first void sentinel, when it dies, the warlocks are gonna be picking up 4 of the void spawns. So use your macro. If yours gets taken by somebody else, just choose the other one, and then there's still going to be 2 void sentinels, or 2 void little dudes. So we're going to have to kill them. Okay.
Does the big guy count as a demon?
Please assist all the locks, and please give Sploosh the macros.
Macros.
Oh wow, we have 5.
You're gonna need like 3 of them.
Yeah, I'll whisper to you. Hold on.
And Horde, every darkness, you're prepping a massive spell.
I'll pick up the ads from far. Wonder we'll get the ones from the entrance. I need.
I was gonna say right now we don't have spin though for the Novas.
Yep. So we need a frost trap at minimum.
Yeah, that's why there's probably an Earthbind that's gonna have to happen. But
sorry, Fluffy, what were you saying? I'll get the
Yeah,
first
good
ones,
luck
I'll get the
healers,
far
pretty
ones.
much.
Close ones. I'll get the far ones. And I need one of the enhances to shock the mage in the far group whenever he casts.
Oh, there you are, underneath
Like just so it can get pulled in.
probably the one on group 2, because he's not twisting.
Smudge, can you do that?
What was that?
Okay. So kill priority is number 1, Void Sentinel. 2, the little dudes that come out. Clean up the ads, and then go back to shooting
not twisting must be nice.
the main boss. Okay. Melee are going to kind of be swapping in and out throughout the fight. When they're
Now,
out,
Muru
those
drops
guys
like 3
obviously
things
should
with the
be
ring.
killing the ads with us.
Actually, it only drops 2 really. You don't really want the chest is second best.
One of the biggest
we do want the
pieces is when deciding when we
Right?
can transition. So we want to transition when there's not a Void Sentinel. I think if we have like the little ads up, like the humanoids, we can deal with it, but we don't want to push while we have a Void Sentinel up as well. Okay. Just push, let us know when you're good on when you're good on your macros. Okay.
Well, I just got to work on his macro, I think.
I gave all the warlocks assists, so you guys should all be able to mark.
So, there's a star on crit miss. If you see the star, don't overwrite it with yours and enslave the same demon. Whoever gets there first gets it.
Don't. I think
We have time.
I think the warriors cleave, so melee don't range. Don't stand inside of the cleave. I think that's everything that I can think of.
Now we have like 8. Oh no, because
And
Tombo's gonna be a tank. So
We're
gonna have
almost certainly
1,
going to be
2,
popping less on the start just to try to
3,
push
4,
move as far
5.
fast as we can.
So
Yeah.
Right,
I'm
let's-
sorry,
1,
but
2,
there's also an interesting
3,
strat
4,
that I kind of
5,
wanted to
6,
test.
7 healers.
Astronis, can you go in there, do the same thing you do in CA to despawn the ads? So shoot Muru Feign as the arrows in midair. Supposedly this works, but if you can go ahead and try it.
Everybody else back
I'll
up.
try.
No buffs. Nothing on
Believe in you,
Astronis.
Astronis.
Can you pull Muro? Like aggro wise?
Oh.
Wow.
That's not good.
Was that
Well.
supposed to happen?
That's not. It's not supposed to kill people, but
Hey, what
yeah,
the
I mean,
fuck, bruh?
the despawn worked.
No.
How hard did you guys get hit that you fucking insta died?
Well,
It's
you
respawning
see
in 9
here, according to
seconds.
my calculations, 10.6.
Yeah, we have a survival hunter. Astronis is survival.
Imagine not having almost 20k health.
You want to know what the overkill was, Fluffy?
What?
90,000.
So,
Are you guys doing
what's
this?
the reason for doing this? So that
It
we can-
despawns the boss so you can go in position before the fight starts and just instantly start without moving in. It buys you a little bit of extra time.
What, like
Yeah, I mean, you
10
just
seconds?
insta-lust and
Yeah, like 10
just go
seconds.
Yeah. Yeah,
full
I
DPS
wasn't
rotation.
saying that's bad. I was just saying
Yeah.
there's like 10 seconds extra of
Make sure you
hard
rebuff.
Oh.
Should I try again?
Okay.
Maybe we should all get a little further back.
Yeah.
I think the people the farthest back were
I
the ones
think
that
what you
insta-died.
actually, I'm pretty sure what you actually want to do is
We can mount
LOS
going
it
into,
on the side here, right?
Try to LS.
No?
I don't remember. Like I saw something talked about on it, but I didn't see like the
I
actual
mean-
details of how it was achieved. I wasn't able to find it.
I'm pretty
Alright,
sure it
let's
was.
just try
was
it.
LOS.
Let's everyone just LOS, get up
everybody
close. and
mount,
we'll-
LOS. We're all gonna be on this side of the
Who's
room.
who's
also.
not here? Kubi?
So can you aggro Muru?
There's no threat.
There's no threat.
Okay, so that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
There's no threat in phase
There
1.
is
Well,
on
I
phase
should say.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Ready?
Yeah, try it.
Much
Okay.
better.
Okay, let's
get
move
in.
in.
Haley, go ahead and.
I got
The
locked
wall,
down.
the wall will it'll
No,
go
no,
down.
no, no,
It goes
no,
down.
no,
It
no,
goes
come on,
down.
I'll go down.
Earthing.
Panicking. Oh no.
Get positioned. Get
Who's gonna
positioned.
lust
Get your
off the
totems
bat or
down.
what?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just
My head.
go.
Okay, respawning in 10.
I'll get a frost trap by the doorway. Probably should have another
Lust
on
after
the
deep.
other side.
Oh, should I just function as
You
a
don't
healer
want them.
while
You don't
void
want them
packs aren't
slow
up or
because
DPS?
they want to be brought to melee for cleave.
Is range not stacking on phase 1?
You should
I
stack.
thought we-
You should
should, yeah.
absolutely stack.
Yeah, everyone should be stacked. It's phase 2 where we spread.
All right.
Pop
Lust.
everything.
Everyone but Biz Lust. I'm also gonna hold mine.
I guess maybe I should help DPS.
Stats are coming.
Good. The heads are up.
You shock on the mage.
Oh,
Diamond.
Bring them here. We want to cleave them.
12 seconds on Void Sentinel.
Okay,
Darkness
Void
is in
Sentinels.
15.
Right. 4 seconds on Void Sentinel. I'm gonna pick it up.
Right, melee, get ready.
Poison
to
on the
move.
left.
9
Move.
seconds.
Go ahead. Move. Range. Move. Over here.
Melee out.
Melee out.
Start working on the sentinel.
Left side of the raid.
Range.
Enhance
We're
on your
all
guys.
on sentinel.
Master spell.
Master spell.
Master spell.
It's okay. It's okay.
What happened,
did
to the
work.
what happened to the aggro?
It's not over.
You can't be so close to the Void Sentinel.
Void Sentinel.
Oh, the range. Okay.
Void
It has to
Sentinel
be
has
far
to be-
away. It has to be tanked away from everybody.
In the
And
wall.
as the melee come out, the enhance have to shock the mage. Because that mage needs to come out so we can continue to DPS it.
Yeah, he's healing aggro is going to be pretty high here. When I watched some of the other runs, they stepped to the side with their they're ranged, and they put the sentinel on the left wall.
Yes, and it is actually a real thing that healers, you actually
will
just need
aggro,
to
yeah.
throttle your healing when ads spawn at every,
My
you know,
dog is
whatever
just whining.
interval
Oh my
that
God, you hear
each
her?
spawn
Terrible.
happens. You just have to throttle healing.
Should I tranquil air?
Probably.
What the fuck does that even
In your case,
that affects
no.
Tom V.
In group 4, we will adjust.
But so when we do see that Void Sentinel, where you had it originally, Tumby, you can just leave it there. We need to just have the range move a little bit, like reposition a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah, I didn't want to put it in the melee, but I thought I had to bring it closer than that. But I can leave it very far away. That's fine by me. Like, I'm thinking maybe they got too close to range, and then you had that thing where it's like, oh, they don't have like the reduced like.
I pulled aggro. I pulled aggro.
Yeah.
It was me.
I could try throwing on a bit more threat, but
I don't think
No,
I
no.
I can just time fades and stuff like that better.
Oh,
Okay.
Void spawn?
I'm in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh.
What happened?
I don't know. Maru got aggroed. Everyone in the instance is dying. Problem.
Someone peek or something.
I'm not sure.
I think there was a blueberry inside that didn't despawn yet, and it just
okay.
like it saw somebody through the doorway.
Yeah.
Why not a raspberry?
Because they're blue.
But yeah,
don't know
so
that.
Void Sentinel spawns. Tunvi, you can keep it a distance. I mean, you can try to move it a little close, but you also want it to be decently far.
Oh my God.
On the later
this is gonna be
ones,
so many.
well, really on the first one too,
So
because
many shards.
we want to give
If we keep
space
wiping
for
on
the
this.
little blueberries to have to run towards us, right? Because once they start getting in range, that's when they do that AoE damage.
do you guys know how big of a delay there is between him splitting up?
It's instant.
It's instant. I mean, like, do they start hitting you immediately though? I'm wondering if I can sneak in a Holy Wrath in between the downtime.
You're probably going to be the best one to know after an attempt or two. Just pay attention to your damage taken.
Yeah, and Illyria, you want to move closer when the Void Symbol's dying so you can Nova afterwards.
I will go get a squirt gun, girl.
Probably
we
should
see
move
them
him
down.
back, by the way, to another group.
Come here. Come get pets. Come here.
So
Probably.
we should probably have if we're pre-positioning, everyone, like all the range can be totally
Twins is
stacked
the
up,
worst run back. That run back
and
sucks
we can
ass.
probably have them just stacked up, just in the middle, just inside the room,
Just lay down.
so
I
that
don't want
second.
fucking pets.
so that they're not having to move away from Void Sentinels, right? Obviously, Rudy had aggro on one from healing, but also like the range shouldn't have to move on this fight at all because we really need to hit the DPS check. Like the only time you should have to move is once we go to phase 2.
Yeah, like, I don't know why we ran so far left there. Like,
Yeah,
way up
just
at the
just
time, that's why we-
straight in the middle, right in front of the boss, outside of the range of the darkness. That's where all of you should be stacked up. All the ranged and all the healers should be stacked right there.
Yeah, I thought somebody actually called for us to shift in the middle of that first attempt.
Yeah, I think someone did call it, but yeah, just stay stationary next time. Just kinda stay in place.
Humvee, you're going to have to call for DPS on the Voidwalker, on the big one. And when you call for DPS, all the ranged need to be swapping to the Voidwalker and burning it down.
I
yeah.
might have fucked up and had salve on. I think
Okay,
I scroll
it doesn't.
wheeled.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. We need better shocks on the caster from the far side when it was like standing in darkness for a while, just casting. And we also, we don't have enough melee, like cleave to actually be just killing those with melee. Like we're going to have locks seeding on the ads that come in once they're kind of stacked.
We'll just wait till there's good.
Do you want me to pull mine into the
Yeah.
the center?
You should be pulling it to the boss.
Get as much cleave as we actually can, but yeah, not a lot.
Yeah, time to
You're
gear
literally
up
the only
before we
cleave
ask the boss.
besides hunters. So
I know, yeah.
Yeah, why would you put the table there?
Which assholes? Oh, God.
Walk off the table real quick so people can get.
It's fucking
Back
blue,
up,
man.
So back up.
So move your
Kubi,
fat
back up.
ass.
Guys, just move, please, quickly.
okay.
All right.
Are we good?
Should be.
Okay.
Alright, get in the corner, line of sight.
Wait, I need to dismiss my pet. Okay, going.
Okay.
Oh fuck, I was too slow.
You'll
You're
get
fine.
it.
It'll open.
Yeah, don't worry.
Top people
I'm
off.
worried.
We will.
Oh. Thought I wrote everything.
Get all the judgments up. Light, wisdom.
We won't have
Not
hero.
lost, but
We won't have hero, but it is what it is.
I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target something first.
When the enhanced do have to run away, you guys probably just leave Wind Fury down here.
That's still recharging.
I just want to like try. I don't want to die before the freaking thing.
Ad's coming.
Kick on the moon.
I'll get the next shock on Winter side.
Wait 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sentinel soon.
Start seating.
One back
the
here.
mage is just chilling on top of us.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it stopped.
Start seating the ants.
Darkness in
Sentinel's
6.
up all
Melee out. Melee out. Ready for mass spell. Should we purge the mage?
Yes.
Alright, Ben,
Void Sentinels out. Or Void Spawns out.
slave them.
There's another void sentinel.
It came out way faster than expected.
Melee have to get back on Maru.
To what?
Yep. They were too far behind.
55%.
Damn, that's wild.
I mean,
We can also have literally just 3 warlocks pick up the void sentinels on the first one, or the void spawns on the first one, and 3 on the next one. It's just killing our DPS having them all do it on the first one.
I'm
Well,
I'll
there-
just probably wings and everything on the first Sentinel too.
Yeah.
It's
So we
worth
don't
it getting it all in the first. Like, they do as much damage as another warlock.
Okay, well we're trying something different this time.
Do we think that we swapped to kill the Void Sentinel a little early? We want to AoE that first group down sooner and then kill it?
I mean, in terms of damage, those void spawns are gonna do a fuck ton. So if you
Well,
actually,
the spawns, but not necessarily the Sentinel.
well, I'm just saying, if you got the Sentinel destroyed and you enslaved all the,
Alright, I'm
Minions.
saying, do we want to kill the first group of ads before we kill the Void Sentinel?
what I'm saying is, if you kill the big guy and you take the ads will do a ton of damage to those guys that you're talking about killing. So you actually can optimize your damage by using them as pets.
So what did we fall behind on?
Everything.
Yeah.
All the trash.
Yeah, just
Careful,
everything.
Llamas. Stand back. There's one void spawn. Yep.
Okay.
Stop running to the door. Stop with the planters in the middle.
Goes to the side. I didn't think it would pull.
Yeah,
Like,
just
don't be near the door. Just stay back near where the plants are.
Yeah, for some reason, like when we wiped, there was one that was still like
It's just like every other summoned
slave.
ad mob in the game. Like, it just takes a while to despawn. You just have to not get near it.
It's my turn to wipe the raid. Sad.
Were we behind on DPS for the
Everything.
non-void ad?
Everything.
Literally
Everything. Yeah.
So where were we tanking the humanoid ads?
On the boss.
Oh, okay.
So it's on the boss, and when darkness comes, you pull them back closer to the door where we came from.
Right, right. Is there something we can do to help increase our damage, maybe?
We just need to get that one mage, I guess, too. They're a little quicker. There's one ad lingering. You can see it a little bit. Just don't pull aggro while he's pulling it to the boss.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of really need them, the mages, stacked for seeding as quickly as you possibly can. I don't really know what you want to do. If you want to do the 3-3-3 thing, it'd be 3-2 because we only have 5 blocks, but we can try that.
I feel like if we just kill those ads faster, it'd go a lot better. Which we can
It'll naturally get a little bit faster. We're just, learning it. I'm kind of wondering if we want to leave the.
We got it this time.
The mage that's casting near the door, the one that I'm tanking. If we just want to leave him out there, and I can spell reflect whenever it's off cooldown to keep aggro, and that way we don't have to worry about bringing it out of the circle when we're moving out. What do you think about that? And then we can have more shocks available for the one that is on a fluffy side that has to come out.
It's not a problem having shocks available for the ones on my side. It's just range, right? It's just the only person in range is going to be an enhance, and they're
No.
doing okay on shocking it. It's more so.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, should we just leave mine at the door? Because I dragged the other two into the boss to clear.
I know what you're saying. I think if you leave it at the door, it ends up dying so much later than the other ones because it's not pulled in for the seeds.
Okay.
The healers will eventually take aggro off of you too.
Like you can spell reflect it like once, or try to get a bunch of threat on it, but I think whoever can shock it should like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a target. I need to target something first.
Cap.
Alright, so let's just make sure we have all pally buffs out. Okay, just watch your pets. If we're plugging the right here.
Easy, we got it this time.
Alright, I think we're all up here.
Hold on. I think might want to ready check. I think we had some people go use the restroom.
Who was it? Who's the slacker?
Just for clarity, what are you wanting to do with the enslaves?
We can go ahead and keep trying to enslave them all. It just seems like we had so much focus on the enslaves that we lost a lot of seed damage.
Okay. My only thoughts on the enslaves is once you have all 5, if you still have the humanoids up, then you just got a bunch of shadow volleys on them, and that probably does more damage. But
I mean, it does in the long run, right? But we're not hitting the DPS threshold for the first pack, and we're never gonna get past it if we don't.
Okay.
Is melee
So-
cleaving those as well?
They are.
what's the? I guess what's the expectation for killing the?
Gotta kill him before
elf
the next one
guys?
spawn. Kill him
Okay.
before the next one spawn.
Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over. It's just the waves come of the humanoids, and then the Voidwalker spawns again. Kill him. Smaller ones spawn. That repeats, just like the humanoids.
Okay.
Yeah, generally that is the prio for warlocks, is killing the big guy, enslaving, and then killing the rest. But we also have 5 warlocks, so we're a little heavy on the warlock damage. So we just gotta get to those faster, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yep. Was anyone AFK? Everyone's ready. Okay. We want to do the despawn thing?
Yep.
And we
How
blow unless
close?
this
How
time?
close do you have to be to actually pull?
I can pull from here.
Well,
So
I mean, like when does he actually body aggro? Because
Body
we only
aggro.
we're doing
Basically,
this for like
once you're
4
in the
melee.
room.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
you're doing it for all of the range.
Well, I just
No,
wasn't sure
well-
if you could precast.
So yeah, you can precast on it.
Yeah,
So
you can
that's
stand
an
in-
alternative strategy we could use if we don't want to do this.
Let's just start with this. I mean, it's not. We'll get through. We need to get through the ads, but yeah, we can potentially try out the precasting too. So let's just go ahead and do it, Ashranas. Fine. Okay.
QB, move.
Will the door slice us in half if we stand in it
Yeah.
when it spawns?
That's exactly what will happen.
That's the real questions we should be asking
Respawn
right
in 10.
before pull, bro.
Are we sending Lust right at the start, or what do you want to
Yep.
do? Okay.
Maybe we want to like just have Biz swap with Kubi and double us locks or something.
I wonder if you can just help me like sunder as much
Yep.
as you possibly can.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Let's try that after the first list.
Honestly, I think we funnel all our less until locks. Mine as well, that is.
Okay. With them plucky, you can swap on the maybe the first sentinel, or I can swap you.
Resist, dog.
Yeah. Either way.
Call AoE.
Start seating.
Sorry.
Woodwalker in 5 seconds.
Darkness soon, melee.
Plucky lust.
Get ready for massive spell. Pull pets out.
Bonds.
Walker's out. Watch out.
Alright.
Good shit.
Range, we can attack Mirror now. Kill that spawn over there.
Next void
Okay,
coming
another
up.
one, another one. Melee, we're going in
On
as
the
soon
left.
as this drops. Okay.
Big heals heavy.
Heals. Good job.
Heal the void spawns if you can.
You guys are taking aggro from me with the void spawns.
Melee, darkness.
Dark.
Pets out.
Void spawn up.
Need
Do we
aggro
want to
the
get a
void.
I'm dead.
warlock up?
Fluffy's dead.
No,
No.
no.
Challenge.
I'm sorry, what did they rip
How did I
aggro
miss
on?
out?
I wasn't sure what exactly they ripped on.
So we have our pets like macro to Shadow Volley with our cast.
Mhm.
So if they're not tanked, like the second they run in the door, our void spawns will pull aggro.
Yeah, they were ripping on my side.
How is it on your side, Fluffy? Are you generally okay? Fluffy?
my stuff's out of range, so it's mainly just aggroed like on healers. I don't have too much trouble picking it up. I actually think I just need like somebody to sit on the caster and kick it. Like, yeah. I kind of just need a kick.
So I can shield bash it.
I mean, we can. Yeah, we can swap so you can reflect it and stuff. But
And you can probably hold aggro better on the ones
Okay.
up front for the void walkers that are doing damage.
because it just spam casts on me and
I think I'm
it's
gonna
just
shave
fireballing me
tomorrow.
for like 7k
Get
every
really
single
annoyed
time,
by it.
and it's killing me.
Yeah, let's just swap then.
It also gives you a little bit more time to get aggro too, because of the distance.
Right.
We can wait a sec, but yeah, the Shadow Bolt volley's an AoE.
I think you guys were.
I think we tried again with just swapping the tanks, and we see how that works out. Again, like we're just trying to maximize your guys' DPS.
Yo.
Yeah, just
when you pull aggro with your pet, it goes and kills the pet, or it kills you.
Kills the pet.
Okay.
So like, yeah, we can wait 5 seconds when they run in the door. Use just cast Shadow Bolts on Murray or something. Like, I don't know. We can try it again, but
There's a bot on the ramp here if anybody wants it.
Why'd you drop it on the?
but basically every time it's off cooldown, it's being cast essentially, like how we're
Yeah.
set up right now.
Yeah.
It's up top on the ramp.
Oh,
I'll mark it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So I don't know if there's 2 pallies in this kind of setup generally.
No.
Okay.
No, there generally isn't. You just have to pick them up as fast as you can.
What did we get Muru to? Damn, we got him to 36%.
Established, but
damn.
Like with the new humanoid packs, like
that's kind of crazy.
Multi-shot misdirect onto the tanks or anything.
That's what I was kind of working my way to, is if we could funnel the misdirects to one side. And it looks like entrance side is the solution, but I kind of want to see how this one works and see if Wonder still needs them or if we put them into Fluffy.
I feel like it might be more necessary to funnel the misdirects towards Tunvi for the void spawns.
I think so too.
Yeah, because I was holding aggro on those things when they come out just fine. It's I
Oh,
can
maybe you take this
Thunderclap
one as.
and
I mean,
that'll do enough
the
to
tank one's really
start
good
thundering.
too. I
Or
was
I
just
can
like
zap
really.
her.
Looks
The
safe
only
safe to move up now,
These
guys.
just aren't that
The only
good.
problem was just the void spawns were just ripping.
Oh,
and
they
I
have
think Fluffy could
no
probably just hold
stam on
aggro
the.
just
Oh, you would
naturally.
put those as a tank.
Okay.
And if possible, like don't prio it, but try to keep the void spawns because they'll take a little bit of damage.
Okay, are we trying the precast?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
No, sorry. That was in reference to Kilda, not to the precast. Honestly, till we get the ads down and we're actually pushing to a kill, we could honestly just all run in. I was mainly trying that just to see if it worked, and we figured that out right now once we get the ads down and all that and are starting to actually push damage on Muru. We can.
Yeah, the ad clear was fantastic. Like, we did have. I didn't have to stand back hitting ads, and I was able to actually swap back to Maru as soon as was possible. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just picking up the Void Sentinel, getting it. Yeah, so let's do. We want to do an MD rotation on the Void Sentinel to Tunvi.
Yeah, I've been in.
I hate that bug where it doesn't show your accurate mana.
Okay. You want to do Soul second, and then Fat Richard third. And I saw Spin Pie went up and Nova, which was nice. It's just once they drop, we're almost immediately just gonna.
I mean, yeah, like
actually let's do
3.2k
this as well.
DPS on me.
Whoever hits the MD, run up and drop a trap as it's dying, a frost trap, and Spin Pie will be Novaing, and then that frost trap will hopefully prevent them coming to us when we seed.
I just had like way more seed damage or something. I honestly wasn't even that much more.
Alrighty.
Give me 1 second.
Did my.
Alright, should be good to go. So we're all running it?
1 sec.
Okay.
72k.
Yeah, we're just gonna write in.
Yeah, and I'm sure you know how fast they come out. Fluffy, but they.
Mine just did way more damage than everyone else's, except for this. His just Shadow Bolt damages.
You can all come towards the middle. Mount up. We'll do a pull 10 and run in together.
Max, you there?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you have the
Next humanoids in 5. Void in 15. Good seed.
Yeah.
Void's coming up in 5. It's to the left, Hunby.
Darkness in 9 melee.
I see too early or something.
Get out. Pull pets.
They just charged and whacked me. I don't know.
Nice master spell. Good job.
Hold down to 20%.
Void Sentinels here in a second.
Almost already dead.
Fine, we'll just play through. Kill the rest of the Sentinels. Kill the rest of the spawns. Next humanoids in 5.
All same spot.
Sentinels up on the left. Get ready to kill the spawns. AoE the spawns.
Darkness in 5 melee.
The spawns are dead. Kill the ads. Another Void Sentinel up.
We can disarm these things.
Warlocks tap up right now.
Kill the ads. Spawns.
Darkness in 6 melee.
Oh, these are stunnable, the void
Next
spawns.
humanoids in 3 seconds. 3
Get out.
seconds.
Pull your pets out. Pull your pets out.
Dead.
Unbe dead. Oh, a little bit of a progress. Going down to 39%. Not bad.
39% with no lust.
Do we want our res on though? Or
No. What, anytime a Void Sentinel moves into us, it's almost certainly going to be wiped because he does a pulsing like 4.5k damage AoE around him.
Not bad. Not bad.
And then if he dies, then
That was
obviously
without
the
lust.
pursuit's
We got it
gonna go.
almost down to what we had last time without lust.
Yeah, no, that was great without lust. It's
So
better than what I expected.
Also, there's a
Yeah.
void spawn in the room. Be careful coming up.
I don't know how the Warlocks feel about this, but after the Void spawns die, you guys can probably tap up then, because it's probably the freest time, at least I personally have as a healer, to just top you guys off where there isn't insane damage going out.
After the 6 little void spawns die?
Yeah.
Okay. How was picking up the ads that time? That ran in.
Fine for me.
So, I'll
It's a
say
little
this
better.
much.
It's just I think sometimes
The
I'm
first
focusing-
set got a little.
Yeah,
One
we
of
can't
Wonders
wait.
pulled off and killed llamas.
We can wait like 5 seconds.
I called based on mine, not on his. I should have waited.
Is there a world where, well, never mind. Void Sentinel comes up. I was going to say, is there a world where like the very first one Tunbi could help?
No, I don't think so.
No, yeah, it overlaps with Void spawn.
I'll just let Wonder call the DPS because he has further to drag his stuff, so he has a harder time generating threat. So
Why don't the
I'll
locks
have more
just-
threat.
Why don't the locks just for the first like global or two, after we get our void spawns, just cast like 2 shadow bolts on Muru, and then
The
use
problem
your
wasn't
macro.
the problem was the initial
Just
like
before the
hack,
void spawn even hit.
like before void spawns, llamas ripped one of the melee off of Wonder, and it went and killed him before I could charge and taunt. I was too slow.
We have lust
Okay.
this attempt,
I
right?
think, right?
We do,
What
yes.
about-
That's what
Or do
happened
we
to you,
put
llamas,
soul
right?
stones
Yeah.
out?
That's exactly what happened. I watched it happen.
Yeah, I called it because I had plenty of threat on mine. Wonder didn't have threat on his. I'll let Wonder call. I should have more threat than him.
Yeah, it
since
would
I
have been
have
fine, but it literally
less
charged
distance.
one shot me, and I was like, oh.
Do you want soul stones?
Yeah, I mean, we could have like one on me, but I almost think we put them on DPS.
I think you put them on locks.
Yeah.
We need a repair bot.
Just the one down.
We put one early. Oh yeah, one right here.
So, not to make this sound bad, but we're probably gonna be 30 minutes before we're getting in like a lot of phase 2 attempts, right? Like we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
So just have all the warlocks soul stones yourselves.
Yeah,
and
that's why I just blew a B-res on that with him. Figured we have time.
Okay. This time we want to try the precast.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a void spawn in the room.
Okay, we'll wait.
Let's wait.
Good call.
Nice job, Astranis.
See, are those demons?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
All right, hold on.
With your C-bus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see them.
Well, you see him, bro?
I see a lot of them. Yeah.
See, us have an active? Oh shit! Shows us
What
the
if that's
people all
like secretly
nearby.
the strat? You start with void spawn, so they instantly get void spawns to enslave.
Yo, there's
Rain, go ahead and go bio.
I feel like the threat
I
of the
went
Mr.
bio,
X
like,
was
not
so
too long ago.
fucking good.
Be back
Like,
as well then.
that's exactly what I needed.
Yeah, if you gotta use the restroom or anything, go ahead now.
I'm sensing an entity here.
A taint, a foul taint is in the air.
Question. I was throwing grounding totems every time the big dude was up, but like my grounding totems, I don't think they ever got consumed. Is it just based on like
you might have to. Yeah, you have to make sure Tombo's getting the buff. So you might have to get in a little closer to him.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you can block the void blasts?
You can ground the void blast, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's a
that'd be
single
fine.
target cast.
That thing's
Okay,
hitting me
so-
for like 10k.
He's in my party. You guys want me to run out of the group just to get a grounding totem closer to him and run back?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
we
that'd
got
be
the
good
good
call.
shit,
We can
boys.
maybe put a totem down now and we can just kind of see what their range is.
You can get a weak R that shows it's person.
I mean, it's 30 yards. My
Buttered.
raid frames
Skinny
show
pop.
it.
Oh, okay, that's easy. So just pretty much.
Kill Catherine despawn.
Half
Yeah,
the damn
so
room.
come in a little closer.
I mean,
No, you gotta
yeah,
come in
from
closer.
here.
I don't think you have it.
It says it's 30 yards away because my 30-yard buffs are.
There you go. You just picked it up. It might be a little less than 30 yards.
Okay, this is like exactly 30.
You don't
or
have
so.
it. You'll see it on your buffs. You'll see it on your buffs. Move forward. Move forward. There.
Any more mochi? I should have the mochi. I should go grab it.
It's probably not a far distance for me to move, but I'll do it.
Okay.
I just don't think it was you were getting it at all from the center where we were dropping it.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That's understandable. I could try spreading out cooldowns maybe a bit more for the ads. I'll say the pickups on the first set of ads from the Void Sentinel is really fucking good. They'll probably hold cooldowns there, and then maybe the next one I'll use one cooldown, the next one another cooldown.
But you know you can stun those, right?
There's
He's
still an
still
entity in
there.
the room.
I mean, maybe we just go in with it up.
We can, if we're gonna go in, we should just hog the left, and then just like LOS.
Well, do we want to have like a specific
enslave
warlock
it.
go in and enslave it?
Taking us apples.
I mean, we're still missing 3, so.
No problem.
Get
Maybe
these,
some people just,
all these
you know,
bear cocks. They haven't
Downstairs on the
reverted
couch.
back to the old mounts yet.
I'm here. I think the second you get in range of the void spawn, it'll pull Muru.
Yeah. Would not do that.
Mid-raid poop.
I don't think it's despawning.
Well, it's a little weird. Should we hide and reset it?
We'll kill everyone.
I think we should just go in.
I
Go
guess
in and
not.
pull with it up.
Is everyone even here?
Once those
I
guys get
know.
back,
Is
yeah.
our
Yeah,
soul
once
and-
everyone's here. I'm just saying, I don't think we wait anymore once people get here.
I don't even see it. Oh, there it is.
You want me to enslave it?
Yeah, that works. Just have you
Alright.
enslave.
Yep. So Belly's got it.
Thomas is here. Sol is here. Okay, we all should be here.
We are here.
Board is still.
My mochi's
Unless
gonna
he
melt
just-
though.
Board
This shit melts
did
so
say
fast
yes.
when you take it out of the freezer.
Okay, there he is. Yep.
2 seconds.
Oh sheesh. Oh, I thought that went to Biz.
Who changed his mind?
Those look sick.
Yeah, they do look sick. I was thinking the same thing.
Do they look cool? Well, I mean, I dig them. I dig them.
Full timer.
I dig it.
Sure.
Okay, we're all running in 10.
Going in with Moon. We're all going in with Moon.
5,
I'll move
4,
up.
3, 2, 1.
Plus. Bucky and Biz, you all just swap yourself. Ads are up.
Mage back here.
I burnt my shock on that too.
Next void coming up. Wonder, you good? Ready? Woodson on the right.
Darkness in 6. Illy out. Pets out too.
Get your spawns. Kill the other spawns. Next void in 2.
Darkness dropping soon.
Right side.
Darkness in 18.
Humanoids are up. Wonder up. Nin, when humanoid spawn, can you
Darkness
run over
now.
and start blooming Wonder?
I've keeping blooms on them the whole time.
I just mean, like, right when the ads. Okay, so they're always up. They never fall. Okay.
There's voice sentinel.
Ready, I'm trying to pull this off.
You
Trying
can't
to-
pull that. Oh boy.
Get out of the raid.
But
Future, you're
also
gonna be
they're
res
humanoids.
ready. I'd still like to send the B-res. Okay, never mind.
I was trying to get aggro there, but it took a while.
Let me know sooner. Like, if it spawns and like it's running toward me.
It's just a wipe.
Push
I
him,
can try to
boys!
save all of my fades for Void Sentinels.
Not bad though. 26%.
You can pre-fade. It's summoning.
So we get to 25%. There we go. We're making progress, boys.
The mages buff themselves. I don't know if you know this, but they buff themselves with like a spell that gives them instant casts.
Yep.
So, okay.
I've been trying to get them.
Sure you know about that.
You wouldn't like this, Ico. You don't want
I
it.
should add that to the spell seal macro.
We have MDs on Tunvi, like one for each void spawn. Did those get split up correctly, or did he get? I'm just curious if he got an MD on that
I got
one.
the
that
second one.
Went to Rudy.
The third one, I don't think I had an MD when it went to Rudy.
Okay, so what is our order supposed to be?
That's
Citronus, Soul, Therabitch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, blowing off the
We have a
the
perfect
dust.
rotation
Good,
of
that's
MDs.
fine.
We should.
Should always have one up.
We should have one each time. But yeah.
Astronus has a reset if we need to
I
for a
can
void.
get the I can get the first 2.
I mean, the boss was at 29% there. Like,
It's not powdered sugar.
it's not much longer that we
Like
need to keep
flour.
dealing with ads before we're able to push it into P2, right? Like we probably
Like
that
rice
was
flour.
maybe our last Void Sentinel before P2.
It's like a little sweet.
Also, I'm just gonna ask these healers, am I getting
Not
too
even
far
sweet.
away with where I'm tanking it, or is it kind of okay? Should I bring it a bit
No,
closer?
the only one
first
that gets
one.
too far away is Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
That's
first
just
the
gonna
first one was a little far, Tunby.
We can move up.
Maybe.
I'm
No,
drinking
no ad.
Try to be a bit more mindful of it.
So we can try the precast even though we won't have full lusts.
Did you watch Twins page?
We also
my,
didn't,
my amazing.
didn't use
Sorry.
two lusts.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Keep in mind to me that you want to keep
so cool. My
relatively
teeth.
close while not getting us in range for the aura. Just for the groundings. You want to minimize how much Tendi has to move.
Yeah, okay, good point. I might actually move it way closer than, but I'm gonna try to do that then this time. Where it is. Do any of you care if I put a mark on Tendi?
Go for it.
I like wet my hand. You just got home? Hell yeah. Just wet my hand when like this.
Keep in mind that warlocks I think will strip a lot of the marks.
No, then
You might want to do star. I think that's the one they're not using.
Nah, I got star. Whatever 6 is, you can use. I'm not sure what that is.
But yeah, Twins tanking was hella fun. Super easy. You don't even need to go in for the Shadow Nova until the second phase of it. First phase, you should be hitting. If you go close enough, you should get hit periodically by shadow damage. So you just need to bring your pathing close enough to the shadow boss.
Yep.
Yes.
Very easy.
That's what we're doing.
I'd say melee keep mounted.
Very easy. Yeah.
Casters, hunters can all set up the precast.
Because the tanks were.
We should test the range though, right? Like.
The tanks were having a hard time.
Like I'm gonna go in. Are we ready?
Can you cast them right there?
No, I'll let you. I can cast from right here.
Don't push it, guys. Just get too close.
And that's 36 yards, so man, oh man, that's screwed.
Pock, you ready? Okay.
We need to get everybody inside before we do this.
No, there's
honestly
like
not
2
even
seconds.
sweet.
Okay.
Might just be cornstarch. You're right.
So we want.
I think it might be rice flour though.
5.
Because they're made out of sweet rice flour.
3, 2, 1.
I don't like this strat. I don't see the point of that strat.
I moonfired it, so.
Humanoids in 5.
Kill right
Watch your
there.
threat.
I think it's.
Hawk, move in so you don't get melee.
I think it's that. I can check the ingredients, but I'm pretty sure it's just the rice.
It might just be best for me to just every ad days I just cross it to one day.
Darkness
Yeah,
in 12.
Void Sentinels coming up on the left.
Darkness in 6. Melee, get ready to get out.
Sharness, you gotta come in with us, please.
Master spell.
Setting up the.
Master spell.
Master spell. Humanoids are up.
Zerker on me.
Zerker needs to be off, Tumby.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
All good.
Oh, that's really bad. I couldn't get my.
I'm challenging.
Darkness soon, get out.
Big heals, big heals. Next void. Hopefully I pre-faded that. On the right side.
Still have a berserker on me.
Have it. Have the mage. Just 3 seconds on its pawn.
Next void in 5. Ready to move. It's probably right. No, see where it is.
Here we.
On the left side far, from Tumby. Left side far. Go to it. Go to it. Go to it.
Move melee, move melee. Darkness, actually.
Lusting warlocks.
somebody silence the mage over there?
We
I'm
lost
dead.
Fluffy. It's
Okay.
away.
What?
Man, stuff.
Yeah, this is a hard boss. This is definitely a hard boss. Hardest boss.
Seems like there's a lot of shit going on in this fight, and I'm just tunneling health bars so hard.
Yeah, Tunde, you got threat from Palm and your mana gain, and I couldn't fucking hit that one on the way to you.
Oh, gotcha.
Can you guys try to get a res on me? I'm gonna try to do something to make these swaps faster. I meant to do this before raid, but
You see a big guy coming too, right? Like, shift a little bit out of the way. And then move back.
I'll be right back.
Oh, that's so cold. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, my teeth.
I don't think or how do I check? Is there a way to check exactly what type of damage I took from a mob, a certain mob?
Yeah.
Look at your combat log.
Details?
There's no way.
Oh, shit. Oh, perfect. I only got hit once by the Void Blast thing. They were all eaten that time.
oh, I know exactly what character I'm gonna use for this.
So are pets fine, warlocks, or are they creating
They're fine.
too much chaos?
I didn't get my sapper off in time. I sappered late, so you and Biz died.
Alright. Just checking.
I love, part of the reason I love the pre-positioning, like by despawning it, is because you guys get further away from the door, so I have more space to actually pick up the melee mobs before they reach you and melee you.
I mean, we can run in. Like,
yeah, I mean it was a little, like, the whole range stack was a little close to the entrance door that time, and it was hard to
let's
get
move
shit
forward.
before it's like on you.
yeah, like we can be on the lip of the circle, right? Essentially, like not the lip.
Not quite, but you can be pretty close.
Yeah, we can definitely get closer, llamas. It's just I don't know how much we want to test it. Just from
Don't we
vids,
have
I've seen.
Astranus tested and just faint?
No, I'm pretty sure everyone will get in combat.
Well,
Maybe.
Astranus can test it with the strategy where we all LOS.
Yeah, like why we line of sight just to see, then we.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Beast mode can, bro.
I have to like think like.
Oh, then you.
Like
Well,
that, yeah, no, doesn't work like that. I mean, if you wanna like precast, I remember where you guys were standing. If that helps.
I mean, honestly, we can still stand where we were, shadow ball once, and then just run to our spot. There's nothing stopping us from running just a little bit farther.
Yeah, as long as everyone's inside.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have like 5 seconds to run in, so.
The precast was like 3%, right?
Yeah, so precast and
pretty
then
worth.
run forward. And
Yeah.
it's all good.
The precast, I think the only person, or the only two that are like kind of, it's not as great for is, I think it's just the enhance. Because I was literally able to charge.
And it's
So-
probably worth it at that point, to be honest, right?
I wasn't losing anything. It's the enhance really, and I mean they can cast they could use their first GCD as a flame shock, so it's not even the worst thing in the world. Especially because I have to put up 5 Sunders anyway.
Yeah.
They're not doing a ton of damage till I have them up, so. Yes, I like that. Yeah, sorry.
Yo, enhance is
With
S
the-
tier.
With the precast, could Wonder make it over in time?
It is S
Yeah.
tier.
Need Mark of the Wild on group 1 and 4.
We all are.
I got
Fuck is this shaman?
I'm sorry?
It's Beast Mode's cat, bro.
That shaman is to make, there's a weak aura he's got, so
You can
if
auto-swap.
yeah, he can auto swap with it, so that's why he's,
Oh, Val, is that the thing I sent you?
yeah, you do, we just didn't set it up. But we just set it up now, so.
What is this Wonder?
Okay, we'll have 5 of our lusts up.
Beast
And
mode can
Plucky
pop
Chan's lust may be up by the time we get to phase 2. So.
So I saw the shifting, and I was like, no way.
What?
The shifting shadow song Amethyst, and I was like, shifting Naru sliver? Yo. Let's go. I was like, how the fuck?
You guys can literally stand in here if you want to. You just kind of inch forward.
Let's just like have everyone in, and we can see how far up we can go.
Yeah. Why doesn't everyone just come in and then I'll shift forward slightly?
I'd like you guys to get your bolts off.
Lucky's
The only
not
reason-
here.
Okay.
I am.
I see he's
I'm just multitasking at the
Okay, I'm
moment.
just gonna try. I don't know, do a pull timer.
Oh, you have to curse. Go wreck. Okay.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
we gotta run for it anyways. Just curse then.
Okay,
At
so
full
we're
10?
gonna full 10. We're gonna get precast. We're gonna get our debuffs up. We're gonna lust. Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, it's lust.
Lust! Brother.
2v lust.
QB, bro. Jesus Christ, dog.
Ads are up.
I wonder, it's so far so long.
Yeah, you all gotta get Buffy up.
Void coming out.
On the right side.
Melee darkness 6. Out now.
Get your spawn. Next void's up in 7. Kill the other spawn, guys. One more. Humanoid's up in 5. Void's on the left, right side. Humanoids are up.
Darkness 4 melee. Get ready.
Kill spawns.
Well. Pets out.
Locks, try and have the pet melee the sentinel.
Kill the
In
sentinel.
melee
kill the
mode
Asnite.
too.
I was muted up his list.
It is lust.
We'll get this MD.
Next void.
Humanoids.
Darkness 4 melee. Get ready. Out.
Fuck me, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm dead.
Yeah, we all pulled off to heal Wonder, I think.
It's like I don't know. It's hard to get these things.
It's really hard.
18%.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Even
seen
more.
the tank point of view. It is not an easy task. Only
You
thing I
guys-
can say, Wonder, is don't be afraid to intervene back out.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
Yeah, I should be doing that.
I mean, that
We
was
got-
17%, right?
We got down to 17, 18. I mean, my round of cooldowns were literally coming up, so that was gonna be. Yeah, I mean that was looking like a phase 2. If we
That looked
continued
like
a
a
little
phase
longer.
2, honestly. I didn't say it. I was thinking it. I didn't want to like say anything, you know.
Yeah, get way smoother.
Yeah, I need to put it up in
Not
melee.
pulling aggro on heals, so healers are still throttling pretty well.
Yeah. Do we want to wait for the next round again, Oblus, or what do we want to do?
I think so. I think
Probably
we're
should.
doing well
We're-
enough that we
we're-
just wait on less now.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good now. So
Chicken, or your focus interrupting the close caster, right? Like the
No,
one
I
from the
missed that, to be
entrance.
honest.
Yeah, as much as I can.
Can we maybe get like one other shaman?
I am as well.
Okay.
Both of us are.
Okay.
Yeah, the tricky part is like.
Can you
I
guys
don't
try?
think-
Can you like try to cycle? Cause I think you guys might be overlapping
You can
a little.
bash him
No.
too.
So
I know,
the
I
problem
know,
is
but-
sometimes like just the damage comes out.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Like there's a lot.
But there's also the thing is like sometimes they get shocked and they just stand there and kind of do the thing
Yeah,
where
I
mobs
know.
get interrupted and
I
pause.
know exactly what you're talking about. I'm trying. It seems like I can, if I stay in melee range and like back it up like really slowly, it tends to stay and melee me as opposed to choosing to cast. So I'm trying to do that, but it's still like anytime it stops and starts casting, it's just it kills me so fast.
For peace of mind, Plucky, do you just want to do an order? Like, me first or you first?
If
Yeah.
you can just get like a first and second, I don't think it matters past the first two. Like if you can
Yeah.
just like chicken
from-
first, Plucky second.
From my experience, it's always been at least 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well.
think we can manage 3, right? So like.
Well, I
yeah,
mean, even then, that it's just chicken first, Plucky second, chicken third, right?
I
Like
believe
you
this
should
one. I
have the
believe this
CD
is
for
that.
that, and like past that, it's just shock it whenever you
17% on a
can, right?
town.
Whenever you have a good time or timing for it, but
7?
it doesn't matter as
Not bad.
much.
How are we feeling about Void Sentinels? Close enough, or
It's, I think, good. Yeah. We
I'm
need
just
to
full
have.
sending them, so let me know if something needs to change. Oh.
So we probably need to have something to help Wonder getting his side back, right? Like health wise. Like obviously we can pre-shield and palm him,
I'm
right?
gonna palm us
So,
every
okay, so what I've
every
been
spawn.
doing-
I'm gonna palm Wonder and shield him and renew him.
I've been going up there, but I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna, because I don't want them to like run at someone.
So
I'd rather be up there first, but I'm just gonna
Yeah.
wait for them to run through.
I think being up there is fine, but you might need to just like be up there and like get threat and immediately like intervene to a melee.
Okay.
This is the kill right
Because
here, baby.
when I was
This is
tanking
the
that side,
kill.
if you're not up there at the actual like little magic wall, then the caster will just start casting at you from pretty far away, right? Where like if you're at the wall, then the moment she like comes through the wall is when she can start casting. Like she won't ever sit outside the wall and cast at you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of helps to like group the three of them up
Yo,
better
let's
if
go
you
see
catch
what-
them as soon as they
where,
come into the room,
Filthy's
right?
GDP
It's like that's good, but also it puts you super far away from the healers. So I think with like a pre-shield and palm and renew and like
GDP is out.
you grab them as fast as you can and then immediately like intervene out to one of the melee, maybe.
Dude, I don't care about
not sure.
Fortnite builds.
What do you
bro.
think?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just be a little more cautious about getting out quicker.
Yeah, it's good. Finish our buffs.
Dude, they're not even on a boss.
We'll
right?
have 2.5 minutes, right?
Yeah. Trying to find good keybinds for these fucking swaps.
So
Use
is
this
it
outside the
literally
door.
just key binding? So you just press a key bind and it does the swap with the other account, or how does it work?
Well, that's because I set it up already.
Oh, okay.
I hope
It's
we
okay,
finish
I got
today.
it. Oh, just
not coming back
keybind
Monday with
my
these
eat drink.
poggers. I don't know what that snapshot was, to be honest. I I don't know. I don't know what that was. I yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, I haven't been using any hellstones these fights. I should be using them more when I tap. Yeah.
Choose my left
I'm very grateful for it, Bookie. Thank you.
Oh, we got less up in 40 seconds.
Dude, I should go a raid, or I actually try to do it. Not this raid. Like if I went back to like BT and on bosses, I just did typing only. See what my
So
DPS
eventually
is.
we'll probably shift our lust to actually have a lust during phase 2. I think right now I'm just gonna try to push us to phase 2.
To see it? Okay.
And see how we do on damage. If we actually look good on damage in phase 2, we might keep it this way. But I guess we'll see when we get there. Warlocks, you're almost gonna spend the entire time here bloodlusted, so good luck. Don't pull threat, please.
Okay.
Do we know like average duration of phase 2? Just out of curiosity.
Maybe about a minute 30. That seems a little long, maybe.
We have all our lists up. Let's get everybody here.
1 second, I don't have food buff.
Oh my god, how could you not have food above? Yeah.
Terrible. / eat potion bluefish.
/ eat Ruby's ass.
He had to change his keybinds, so he wasn't food buff.
Yeah, to click it. My bad.
So like,
You
yeah,
you guys don't keybind your food?
I do.
not bad.
No, mine is.
So like, I can be all the way here. No problem.
Kill beast
I'm a
mode
food
10 AFK
clicker.
like always.
And proud. Proud of it.
Yo, no balls, llama. Go.
Okay.
Oh
shit.
Alright, stop.
Alright, focus up, focus up.
This is probably like
This is as close as we can probably get.
It's probably like one of our last attempts.
I pull timer?
I drank
Yes.
caffeine. I'm ready to go to 1 a.m.
Why is this our last attempt?
Remember, casts go off at
5,
0.
So 3
4,
hour or 1 hour, right?
3, 2, 1.
Lust QBO, lust.
Muslims.
I missed it. Lucky's.
Oh, we got a mage in the back cast.
I'm dead.
Yep. A lot of damage for one bear.
Dark Bear.
Just don't spend anything. Swipe.
Wait.
Yep.
Sad. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. Sheesh. I think music ended. No, we still got like 22 minutes.
They brought their bear mace to that fight.
That wasn't that funny.
Thanks, Llamas.
That wasn't that funny. I just laughed to make her feel
Oh no, I made some.
Y'all can bend to this for 4 gold? 43988?
You even have bears in Mexico?
Fluffy, did you get aggro on all of them?
No. That was just my 3. Didn't turn my back either. Had an armor pop
Berserker's
popped.
double swing.
Yep. They dual wield.
God damn. Okay.
Did the mage have the haste buff or something? Just chain casting?
Wasn't the mage. It was berserkers.
Literally melees.
I didn't dodge anything. I didn't have my back turned.
Is that drinkable?
Just really bad RNG.
Sag. Very Sag. What, that was attempt 8 or 9?
Yeah, Fluffy, I'm gonna need you to dodge a little more than that, okay?
Didn't
Dodge
turn
a
my
wrench.
back.
You can dodge a ball.
I swapped a stam food.
Oh yeah, that'd have been a good time to go farm
the
some
dodge
shards.
You got dodge food?
Yeah, it's agi food.
Are we waiting for last?
Did you have Speedy out, Fluffy?
No.
I haven't had my one-eyed
Well,
Willy out, bro. That's why we're losing.
that explains it.
Haven't had Willy out.
Damn, that elephant's sick.
Why is it sick?
It has cancer.
Jesus.
Not peanut.
Yo, where do you get that pet? That is dope.
You
It
fished
was,
it up out of
hey,
the fishing daily.
Children's
Fishing
week last
daily.
week.
It's from the kids
Fishing
that have.
daily.
It's from the kids that have cancer.
So you stole it from a kid and
Stole
now
it
you
from
have
him,
it?
yep.
You see my one-eyed Willy?
Trainee kids don't deserve pets.
Whoa, but that-
One-Eye Willie's pretty sick, but I do like the elephant.
So you did get Speedy this year, Llamas?
Yeah, I have it. It's in the bank. I fished it
It
up.
was their wish.
I just love that. I love when you click on Peanut and he makes
Mark,
really
can you come in?
Ray?
What?
Wait, what?
You said something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Max said he had to go, guys. He couldn't. He can't. Raid late tonight.
It's alright, it's not like this fight's a DPS check or anything.
Not losing much DPS, are we?
It's alright. I mean, we're losing a pally buff, which kind of sucks, but
We are
we'll see how it goes.
losing a little bit of DPS actually.
You're losing a lot of hunter damage and stuff, but
No shoulder.
Yeah, is it possible to switch Shaman to Kings instead of Wisdom?
No.
Thought you drank caffeine.
I did. I'm still sleepy.
Who knows?
You can do it.
We had a paladin drop out. Very
I mean,
sad.
let's be honest, she probably yawns in court too.
Are we getting a replacement?
We don't really have a replacement.
Let me hit up Guru.
That train
No,
lobby?
actually, no. He's butt chugging DMT right now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Saturday night. Guru's fucked up right now, 100%.
I think it needs to be Saturday night for Giro to be fucked up. It just needs to be like after 5.
Yeah, it's the sun's down, so he's fucked up.
Just follow the trail of blood.
I was just wondering.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but they were swapping you off off the Shadow Priest.
Yo, let's get have a blanket in here.
Little chicken sandwich. You way dual boxing.
How many blankets you got, Horde? Is hat a blanket? Is hat a blanket?
You gotta stay warm.
Yeah.
Is there any world Mama wears that because of resilience for tanking stuff? I don't know.
No.
If that makes sense.
No.
I think that's PvP, right? That's all it is.
Yeah, and it's worse than the honor one, but if you want something as a placeholder.
Oh, true. Pally tank.
Okay, we're gonna check Filthy stream again while we're waiting.
There's better though. Like I think the Exalt. Actually, no wait. I think the Exalted. What's it called? Neck out of rep is better for Shattered Sun Offensive for threat.
I wonder if like actual spend would want that.
One of 2 ads, bro.
He probably runs the haste PvP one now.
Is it,
Yeah.
is
Haste
it
PvP
time
one's
for-
better.
Is it time for McPaladino?
Oh
Come in and
God.
save the day.
Well, where's the champ? Can we get
Don't,
the champ in
don't
here?
even do that. We don't even have him in our raid anymore.
Oh my god.
You guys got rid of
Oh, they just killed
McPaladino?
Twin.
Congratulations, Sploosh.
Well, he's
Yeah, they just killed.
he's
Oh,
had
don't-
some things
no.
going on.
Well, where
And he
are
hasn't
those
been ar-
innervates
he- Well,
going
he hasn't
now?
been around. Okay, I'll put it that way. He's still on the roster.
Killed
He's
Twins in
not
4
around,
hours.
though.
That's kind of insane.
Real world shit.
They're
going
pumping.
on.
Yeah, that's fusion for you.
Okay.
Fusion GDKP.
I didn't hear it. No.
And they have everybody show up to the raid night.
All I'm hearing is a but, so there's possibility here.
So
I mean, I'm not gonna bring that evil on you.
I think the plan is we're gonna try one with Lust without Max and see how it goes.
Okay.
So Pally buffs need to be arranged. Looks like you guys are figuring that out.
Y'all still have all 3 buffs.
Yeah,
so
we
it's not
still have all 3 currently.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
but the
lose
moment-
one when you pull the boss.
The moment you pull the boss, one will disappear.
Just move beast mode into group.
We could probably leave it the same, except give the tanks kings instead of light, maybe.
Beast mode.
Yeah, Kings is pretty nice.
At this point, should I just move to another group? If I'm not battle shouting Max anymore? Or do you need it for the threat?
I mean, it certainly helps, but
We'll just stick with that, that's fun. Well, we got less than 50 seconds, so.
I mean, to beat Twins, we dropped the mage. To beat Muru, we just gotta drop the rep on.
You hate battle shadow kids. Okay.
Paige might join. Actually.
Yo! Paige joining?
Paige Torius?
No.
No.
Yo.
Yo.
What we
Oh,
can
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah.
if that's the case, then
Gotta go get
Well,
her
she-
team, guys.
Yeah.
I'll
Ellie's.
do her.
I'll do it. Oh, do you
Put
see
her in group
Aiko right
3.
there? Oh, she's so cute, laying on the bed.
probably be pretty good. And then
Probably.
I think that's still one of Dark
That's
Tower's
7
darkest
less.
moments.
Yo,
yo, chill, okay?
can I just get 7 less on every boss fight?
Yo, are they stackable?
Do they stack?
Could you imagine if they stacked how hilarious that'd be, and you couldn't be GCD logged?
Well, she's not getting back to me, so let's.
Yo, Paige,
Oh,
get
she said
in
invite.
here.
Okay.
Yo!
She's telling me my Eye of Night is
I
off
get the LA shaman now. Get
So-
the fuck out of my group, Cubio.
I mean, like two warlocks. No, I got food buff. We could hellfire and summoner.
oh, there's a portal to the island.
True. That's why you're the GM, Wonder.
You're so smart.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. If you need me for threat, that
Let's
makes
go,
sense.
Paige. Let's go, Paige.
I don't know how much damage the
No,
hunters
no, no.
lose.
Just if it's a better option, put someone else.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright,
Oh
let's
my
make
god,
this quick.
7 lusts.
Yeah,
bro.
Easy one shot.
Just walk in one shot.
I mean, I walked in 2-shot twins, easy game.
Yo, who's
we're
the
kinda lust
Okay.
cap.
Alright.
It's our handicap.
Do you want to build in a swap for Kubi now, Plucky? We wait on our cap to get here.
Yeah, I'm working on doing the swaps or changing the swaps for.
Jesus.
Okay. So when we call for the first list, obviously Kubi you're holding.
Is it sorry? Sorry, Belly, still no lust for you. Dude, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The most overpowered ability in the game, and we got 7 of them, bro. We're so lust handicapped. Holy shit.
Get lust on her.
Biz Shock has left the guild. I think he has that like pre-man.
Fucking Biz.
I mean, Ali Shaman is probably really, unironically, really good on this fight.
Nice. Okay. So the inspirational quote of the day: "What I'm most afraid of is to live this life without you. No glaze for 107 days. Hell yeah."
Is that Plucky's blog?
Yeah, but how many days have we gone without a gar binding?
This
Let's,
the
let's get buffs on our cap, guys.
This is the glaive counter. It's a toxic fun week, or
I get in 2, please.
Spit on the mage. Yo,
Dang.
stop moving.
You guys are so nice to me.
Stupid ass mage.
Oh,
So geared, by the way. Zardoon. Is this best in slot? No. Missing that and that. It's near best in slot though. Like this is insane. Oh, and he needs another one of this. Yeah.
I'll just move Kubi manually. It's
Okay.
gonna take me too long to fix this.
Yo, kind of insane. Not gonna
Alright,
lie.
we ready? Okay, let's go all out on your consumes.
We got Speedy.
2-minute cooldowns, 3-minute cooldowns.
Make sure you guys are in the
5,
room. Come on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go.
Oh,
Just gonna res.
Yes.
oh man.
Remember who we said you're healing off of, guys.
Void Sentinel, I'm in 3.
Darkness in 6. Melee. Get ready. Run out now. Pets.
Nice spell. Nice job. Next void's up on left side. That'd
Go melee.
I have Soulstone.
Okay. Good lads.
Out melee. Heads.
Good lads. Spawns. Spawns.
I don't have one.
Oh, can you swap me to group 3? I broke this fucking weak worm.
Yeah, Choo pick up Zool.
Yeah. Fuck are you?
And up on the right.
Here you are. Go. I fucked up.
It's all good. Just move it back when you can.
Go have to put our captain back?
Yeah.
Go finish off these
Resist
Zeds.
on Void Sentinel.
Get buffs up on the people that
Darkness soon. I can't get these ads. They're coming over.
If you throw a paw and kill them,
You're doing what you can, melee, kick stuff.
Void Sentinel coming out. Right side, Tumpy.
Wait on.
Set.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, Tom.
Albira's killed in like 2.
Is there any way we can tank those not on top of us?
Hardly.
And it's just
Oh,
Sentinel guys, Sentinel guys, Sentinel guys on the right. Get behind.
That's
That's the spell. That's the spell.
Going for the feet.
Humanoids are up. Hit by a blast. Tough.
Bro.
11%.
11%, bro. So close.
bad.
We popped everything there, dude.
Yeah, I can.
10%, 9%,
Terrible to hold aggro.
9%. That's crazy. Oh my god, we almost got it right there. We almost pushed the fight. That's half the fight. XD.
You find a way to
XD.
get a little more damage on the boss.
Sorry, I completely fucked you. I swapped you and Plucky. Kilda instead of
No, yeah, we just weren't expecting
Yeah.
it. There was a ton of damage going out that.
I died
Yeah,
3
I don't-
times that fight.
Yeah,
Maybe just DPS the boss more, because those ads, they come out half the time. They're coming out from the far end. There's the darkness on the ground, so like I can't go in and meet them. They have to like run through the darkness, and I have to like pick them up as they're hitting the raid, and they already have like just residual aggro from healing on people, and it's just a fucking mess to try to get those things.
So is there more value in locks throwing a couple shadow bolts when we get the humanoids out on Muru,
Yes.
waiting for everything set up? Because that's no real loss. Like we're still damaging Muru.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you
we
should
need to
do that.
The only thing you want to be careful of, especially since Mirror was so low at that point, is you don't want to transition while a Void Sentinel's out.
Okay. And then locks, maybe just do a regular shadow bolt cast for like the very first one on the humanoid transition, so your pet doesn't shadow
I'm
bolt.
trying the best that I fucking can, but
No,
it's-
I'm just saying that we can
Yeah,
control how
yeah.
much AOE we're doing.
No.
Like I know it's hard. It's a chaotic fight.
Stupid little gnomes.
Oh, they're outside.
What you laughing at, Min?
Ghostbusters?
the Ghostbustering outside.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters outside.
All these little matching gnomes.
They're wearing the same thing.
Wonder,
Incredible.
hold on, real quick. Wonder, do you have bots by any chance?
No, I don't.
I do.
I do as well.
I'll drop once people are here.
Yeah.
Missing 3
Once
people.
we get people inside.
Actually missing like 7 people.
Can you make me a portal? I'm gonna go buy sappers.
Just trade me.
My god, I feel like I'm filling up the fucking summoning.
Gnome
No,
squad.
no portal. Normal or goblin?
Maybe like one of each. Just for this attempt. That works.
Kill them all.
So yeah, we'll hold volley for like 2 globals or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then pump Muru.
Do you have time to damage Muru? Like I'm constantly
No,
switching to a
that-
sentinel.
Yeah, there's a little bit of time in the human transition because like it's a balance, right? Because yeah, the Sentinels need to die, but Muru also needs to die. So we need to find a little bit. We just need to put more damage into Muru.
Yeah, because
Even
the
if that
faster
means
that
less
Muru
Sentinels.
dies, the less Sentinels for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening. We're focusing our DPS in other places, and Muru's staying up too low.
If our casters also can't get full damage on Muru other than the opener, when the first Void Sentinel spawns, elements might even be able to swap to Doom on it.
On Muru?
Yeah.
Yeah, all locks can do Muru. Well, we know we
need-
should keep
you
one
need
element
wreck.
up.
Yeah,
well, we
you
should
need
keep
wreck.
elements up. But
Yeah, I've been elementing pretty much all the big mobs or boss.
Wreck would be chill if you keep that up.
Well, I mean, if you guys aren't having the time to put
That's fair,
like
yeah.
a lot of shadow bolts or just caster damage on Muru, you might want to just put a Doom on it if that's the case.
Yeah, I can. I'm not sure how many casters are getting uptime, like what our caster uptime is, so I can switch if people feel like it's.
yeah, just
a
try
damage
Doom on Muru for phase 1 this time, Billy.
Alright.
After like once we start doing the Sentinels, or at the very beginning of elements, like when we're pumping.
Yeah, I'll do like the first 20 seconds where people pop their trinkets and stuff.
All right, let's get going. Our heroism's almost up.
Minute and a half.
I got plenty of shards.
Let's go ahead and stop this farming.
Gnome squad, roll out.
Ghostbusters.
But yeah, locks. I would just weave in like Shadow Bolt here and there on Muru, even at the sacrifice of other stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to.
You're all the same gnomes with the same stupid bear.
Why did you SMH my head?
That's what I'm saying. They look so dumb when they're all together.
Yellow, chill.
Oh no, I just walked out of the dungeon.
It's like the fucking.
I mean, you did pretty good, didn't you, on DPS? I mean, you died like several times, I guess, so it's probably not the
Wait,
best
guys,
thing.
in your shirts, have fun.
We're number 11.
And then there's just this
I mean, you're number
awkward one
10.
who's like, didn't get the memo.
I don't know, mounted.
Rolled no.
Lots of damage.
Repair bot if you guys
Yeah, I
missed.
died twice, yeah. That's what I thought. I didn't
So
put out
it's
my
weird.
soul stone.
Human is bis. Don't care.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think it would look as dumb if they were humans. It's the fact that
They're all gnomes.
these
It's
little
incredible.
stupid gnomes.
Yeah, honestly, you'll get one Doom off probably. I'd honestly keep elements on, even in transition, like even in the AOE stage. This is 10% per cast.
I mean, what I found is there's so many warlocks you can just like I just switch off from the humans like when they're getting like halfway.
Yeah, I'll weave in more Shadow Bolts because I really haven't been. So, like you guys at 75k more than I did.
Gilda Lext.
Yeah, Belly and myself. Let's just try.
I think we'll put it on Paige. I think Paige died 2 times. You know, we'll put it on Paige. There you go, Paige. Use it wisely.
Okay. Same thing. Precast.
I have details pinned. Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're doing more damage than the red did. Let me see. I mean that one you did 329. Let's see what the red did on like this one.
Question: are we actually seeing more damage on precasting versus just resetting?
That's what I think. So yeah.
Okay.
Like it's literally just downtime on the shamans, but they're able to still cast flame shock, so it's not bad. Yep.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Can I get a second Pally buff?
I don't think precast is.
Yeah, I think Tumby's having to rebuff everybody because he left the raid instance.
Did you guys update the weak aura / macro for swapping since we have another shaman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I think what I was having the most trouble with was trying to
Just
like
for
tap
whatever
and
reason,
press
it
my.
broke in the middle of the
other
fight. I
things.
tested it before the fight and it was working fine. And again, I tested it before, like just now, and it's working fine again. So don't really know why it stopped working in the middle of that fight, but we'll see.
Dude, we sent everything that
So
fight
just
too.
one
Like,
thing-
we put
one thing I just wanna
everything
say-
into that one.
When we're AOEing later in the fight and the ads are on top of us, like should move, like the lock should move out, right?
I'll try to move the ads further from
If we
you.
can't
It's
move
just-
them, right? Like we can just move
it's
left.
it's hard. They're gonna move slow.
So why don't we just move left? Because
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
the
say
threat.
we can just shift the party left.
Yeah, let's just do that, cause like, I died 3 times last fight, and I'm not saying it's your fault. It's just with that buffer, it'd probably be a lot better.
So see how they're like squares on the ground, like big, like we can move from the square with the skeletons are at one over to the left, and that should be fine.
Yeah, just out
So
of
if everyone
melee
just
and
stacks
German
there.
gold.
Okay, we ready?
Think so. Make sure we're all kind of tucked inside here. Biz,
Full
get tucked
10,
in.
guys.
5, 4, 3,
Alright,
2, 1.
I thought we were over here.
Next void in 10.
Darkness 15.
Oh wow, that's really close to the raid.
Move to the right, guys. If you're in the raid, move to the right a little bit. Yeah.
Darkness 8. 5. Out melee.
Cleanse the one in the back. It's got the instant cast.
Master spell.
Right, bonds up.
Get your spawn.
Hello?
Void Sentinel up.
Void's up on the right. Move a little bit to the left again. If you can. There we go. Nice.
Oh, I was trolled right there.
Yeah, like move off those.
Kill your spawns. Kill the spawns.
Melee out.
Next void's up.
Joel almost dead.
Go good.
Kill void spawns.
I should I knew I should have gone on.
Void sentinels up on the left.
I knew I should have gone on to Muru.
Darkness 5 melee.
Humanoids
Oh.
up.
Yo, I can still do this, bro.
Master spell.
Let's fucking go, laddies.
Kill the spawns. Kill the
I'm still
spawns.
pumping.
If someone can move Belly Lock Exclusion to group 3 for the dead.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
On Maru melee.
Sentinel on the left. Sentinel on the left.
Can you move Biz in that group as well for Choo Choo and then
The
Lost?
Biz is in. Oh, for Choo Choo? Fuck. Hold on.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She's lost. She's lost. It's fine.
Melee 5 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
can
get
Biz
out of
left?
now.
Mana for it right now. I can
Let me know and I'll move you back.
Master spell. Master spell.
Left.
Kill the spawns. Kill the
There's
spawns.
more humanoids coming.
That's good.
I need aggro or at the end Sentinel.
Yeah, that's just goes to show like you lose a couple of DPS, it gets out of hand quick.
Oh, it's just yeah.
Yeah, I think I just need to throttle my AoE, so, which is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so close, bro. Another close one.
Do people do this fight with 2 pally tanks?
No.
No.
I've seen, yeah, I mean, I'm sure people have cleared it with multiple different types of tanks. I was watching last night, yeah, there were a couple pally tanks and a barrel.
Is there a world where we have like
Wonder on the void spawn?
yeah, since we're novaing the
When do you have
little
frost
ones
grenades?
anyways?
Sorry, say it again?
I don't. I
Do you
can
think
get
a lot
some.
better aggro on the other mobs compared to you guys, though?
I think
Yeah, you
yeah,
will.
yeah.
Yeah, you most certainly will.
The only reason I thought that he doesn't is I thought there was something specific holy related.
I
with
was
that mob.
doing a bunch of demon casts like Holy Wrath, Exorcism, etc.
It's not about you having more or less threat on the void spawn thing. It's about Wonder can't get the mobs on the other end of the room.
Right. Very well.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're running over, and like I get my 3 mobs, and like it's a struggle to get my 3 before they're like killing somebody, but then like 10 seconds later, like 2 of Wonder's mobs will be running in and aggroed on like something like something bad, and then like it's just very hard.
I can give it a shot. How hard are these mobs hitting, just to give me
Really
an
hard.
idea? So
Really hard.
do I need more mitt, or am I gonna need spell power because they're in the group?
need you need a lot of
Probably
mitt
like a
and,
balance set.
and also a lot of spell power. I'm in
Hey.
I'm at about armor cap and getting chunked. Like if I like I'm taking 2 berserkers and the caster, right? If I taunt one of Wonder's berserkers because it's on, you know, Kilda or something, I need to pop something or I will die.
I mean, taking a look at my gear, do you think I need a bit more? What do you think? It's just the rings and trinkets. You can ignore everything else.
I think you can try it.
I have to get 2 shards. I'm
I
coming
mean,
in.
what's your dodge parry block out?
Dodge is 25, parry is 17.5, block is 23.5.
That's better than what I have.
Like, we can just not AoE as much, right? Like, we can just attack.
The
Muru
problem
and it won't
isn't
be a
the
problem.
problem isn't even like it is somewhat you did pull with AoE on part of it, but also like Wonder's mobs are just like when darkness goes down, Wonder can't pick up his mobs until like really late, and they're just reaching you guys with him having like not touched it pretty much.
Also, they're just running straight through.
Yeah, they run
I
straight
almost
through the darkness to the raid, and I basically can't do anything until they're in the raid, and then I have to just somehow get aggro on 3 things.
And we think just having the consecrate there and being able to pick them up
yeah,
a lot
just
easier.
like pre-casting a consecrate like as they come in and like going around the darkness or something. I don't know if
Actually,
it's
you
enough.
know what? No.
No?
Let me try it again.
10th
Because
time.
I think it's just going to be too much relearning. If somebody's doing
Is
it,
there-
and I'm on the voids.
Is there any way that we can like temporarily sacrifice a healer to go with Wonder, and keep him alive while kick, and also just like heal him while he pulls the mobs back? Because if there's nobody over there and he even meets the mobs when he's on like the other side of the darkness, he'll die before
I
he
think
reaches
honestly
the raid,
we get it almost.
Oh, we can maybe
phase 2 and
send
kill the live
Biz there and see how that goes.
Yeah, because I would have had like almost 600,000 more HP. Like how much?
I think
how
Biz
much-
is healing Wonder anyways, right? If I'm not
Doesn't
mistaken.
tell you how much health he has.
I think it's Biz and Kubi.
Yeah, and Biz can just try to get some shocks while he's there too.
And yeah, locks move off the mobs in the center, right?
Yeah, can we get the 2 out of 2 health done?
Yep. Just 1 sec.
You guys have the benefit of health stoning?
I could, Dark Rune, or usually Dark Rune, to be honest.
Alright, let's just keep doing what we were doing.
You'll move back and forth, Biz, or maybe like between where our skeletons are and like there.
I would not be in the purple. I'd just go around the purple circle.
Yeah, but like that distance.
So if there's like a sentinel on the right, you would go to the left side. which is send on the left, you go to the right side of the purple circle. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm rotating sappers, the big one, the small one, and challenge and shout. Those are pretty much the three things I have. So those are 3 waves, but not everything always lines up like it should. Sapper 2 of them, but then the guys in the back casting. And...
Go ahead and just apologize to the hunters, but I'm gonna give Wonder the crit and the battle shout.
I want the health. Be real.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give this a shot and we'll see how it works out.
I'm not mad at all.
He's furious.
Get that guy out of here, dude.
Get fucked, losers.
And actually, the BM buff probably helps.
Hell yeah. No, give me rain, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wanna protect now.
Oh, actually, Wonder Fluffy, do you guys need hit?
Jesus Christ. So fucking sucks.
No, I don't actually need hit.
Yeah, alright. That's fine.
Actually, I
don't
No,
need hit,
I can use hit.
Okay, well.
Yeah, we got left sub.
Okay, just keep in mind it's not the most reliable because you have to be like 30 yards.
No,
from
I'm on the close side. I'll have it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
DFT, bro. This guy's summoning DFT.
I don't have a shard
bro.
for enslave, but I can take it off on one of these mobs during the fight. It's fine.
Okay.
I can take it off one of the AoE mobs.
Take it off the Sentinel.
Or the Sentinel. Yeah. We're fine.
Alright, let's move in.
Can't trade me though.
I did try.
Alright, we've got like two more pulls left, guys. So let's make this count.
Let's get this shit, bro.
Wait, sorry.
I'm ready. Trolled up, bro.
God, I miss Ood.
Yeah, I mean that is one piece too. We're missing a couple melee that would be pushing Muru more too.
Reinhardt, you there?
Strong
Alright,
seal.
I'm gonna do a full 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who the fuck sent that so fucking early, bro?
Alright, let's send.
Oh. So where did Fluffy go?
Void's up in 8.
Darkness soon, melee.
Like Void's up.
I'm 4 seconds.
Ball right side, nice job.
Get out.
Get your spawn. Kill the other spawn.
Ready to run back in?
Humanoid's coming up soon.
Finish this berserker, guys, please. I gotta go get the other ones.
Feel like get ready to run out. 5 seconds.
Need somebody to interrupt the Fury Mage.
Out melee.
Wonder
That's
Wonder's dead.
Mana dead.
Yeah, it's just fine.
You can't leave.
I was pumping!
5%. Just kill him.
I was pumping!
This is like a shit ton of tank. Oh.
fight's wild. It's probably the hardest fight, right?
We're
Yep.
having we have response.
Do we? Okay.
The fiends are respawning. Or well, they just respawn actually. And we have the priestess to respawn. So careful, just stay at twins room. I don't know if the mages are gonna spawn soon.
Alright, we'll just try to make it back quick. Oh. No, okay, yeah, all this stuff in front of us is...
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, well, we can iron out maybe trying Tunby on the ads. It's still going to be challenging regardless of who does it, because it's just getting threat on the guy who's casting. Every time he gets interrupted, he sometimes just stands there, and it's just rough.
Yeah.
Even if Tunby is consecrating two of them, it's like how does he build threat on the last guy? And I know his ton is much longer than mine.
It's okay.
So. But we can try that Monday if it helps.
Are we not clearing anymore? Are we calling it?
Not bad though. I mean.
Yeah, no, that's really good. This is great. I mean, guys, we didn't do mirror on PTR, right? Or twins.
I mean, we literally were practicing twins and then we accidentally killed them. Like, I don't know. That was pretty great.
What do you mean you Ninner, the one and only Ninners walked in and saved the day.
Accidentally.
I mean, I felt like we were still doing trial attempts and then we killed him. I was like, oh, okay.
That was no accident, brother. We were 8 healing.
That was all Nin, I think. So.
Yeah.
We were boomer 8 healing at that point. Easy.
But yeah, no, good job tonight, guys.
I want to look at that.
Good.
Can I?
Made a lot of progress.
Yep, we'll try to come
Can
back
I look
in
at like
Monday? I know we got
the time
everybody's
on
attendance.
Muru?
We should have a little bit better, more optimized raid comp.
I click like.
Thanks for everybody
just on
who
Muru.
invested time and gold into like swapping specs and stuff, guys. All that shit
Also,
really helps.
thank you all the non-guildies that popped in to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. For real.
Agent Splooge.
I have
You guys
53%.
are honestly the MVPs.
Pretty sure at the beginning there it was
Whatever
insane.
systems you guys use,
Yeah, thanks,
let us
guys.
know.
If you
Thanks, Christmas.
Yeah, thanks,
if you need somebody
babe.
on Monday, let me know. Can
Thanks, Cryptmas. Who else came?
We'll do.
Here's
Thanks,
Blues, you can have this
Who the
arcane
fuck are
tome.
you?
I'm very
I'm
valuable
good,
right
thanks.
now.
Dog shit. Sextant, bro.
Thanks so much, though.
Yep, no problem. It was fun. Gives me experience for my raid, so I can go back and yell at
Yeah.
you guys like I
Come
always
back
do.
Monday, baby. We only killed twins in 4 hours. Hell yeah.
Now I know.
In Wrath?
For
Yeah,
like
you
a
guys will
month
get
from
there.
now.
You guys will get there tomorrow. Just
yeah,
wait.
totally.
You guys can
Don't forget
easily
your
tank
day.
Brutalis.
Yeah, totally, dude.
I was really nervous about Brutalis, and I'm glad I didn't fuck it all up.
Well, that's
Sad.
Sorry I couldn't be here right on time, guys.
no. Thanks for coming.
Thank
No,
We
you're
weren't
good.
counting on you.
Not
You
everyone.
you had some plans, and so yeah.
If everyone showed up tonight, I think
Night.
free 100%.
I guess.
Night.
Kill.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Illyria, for being spent.
Baladash Malinore.
100%.
Nero hurts my mind. It's been.
Ah, sad.
What
Get
do I
this
do?
far,
Do I
just
hit
not to
Miro
clear,
or do I
bro.
AoE?
I have to jump down, but I'll be right back up.
Going to 3 raid days just like back in SSCTK, bro.
Yeah, that's gotta be rough as a mage.
I think they handed out
When do I
nothing
evocate?
dropped for us
When
out
is there
there,
time to evocate?
Unfortunately.
I think we need to figure out how we're gonna distribute DPS because we're running less melee. So like having certain casters just stay on Muru the entire time might help.
Yeah, after like the second void, DPS just like grinds to a halt.
Maybe
Yeah,
classes who can't do AoE as well as others.
It definitely gets really rough. Like gets hard to catch up on Void Sentinels because I'll be sitting there like tanking the Void ads still, and we'll be like half health, and then the Void Sentinel will be spawning, and I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
I mean, the answer is probably hunters, right? Stay on Muru the whole time.
Probably.
The problem is we gotta pet manage to get out of the darkness, so it's like.
That's. I mean, that's not a big issue. I think like we're also doing the, the void thing, like frost trap and stuff. So like I can actually just.
See, I don't think
the
the frost traps are really helping because
I don't think
they'd be dropped and the sentinel would pop it off. By the time sentinel was dead, frost trap.
Oh man, you know, woulda,
Yeah.
shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know,
I can keep them
one
up.
boss, 4 hours.
Plus we're being
Let's see where fusion raids at.
I think focusing
I gotta watch
DPS
like
on Muru
3 more
means
ads
less
again.
sentinels, so less to worry about in the crazy. I mean, we had way too many ads. That's the problem. We weren't killing Muru fast.
the frost traps are nice, but
I
yeah,
thought Muru
that
too.
and 2. Honestly, I can hold threat on the first like rounds. I can rotate X or wings with so the first time things get enslaved and I just have to pick up 2 mobs. The second time I can wings, the third time I can the second time I can do
I would have been a
Holy
little sad
Wrath,
if
the third
they
time I can
got
do wings.
Muru
The
and we
problem
didn't.
is like after that
Alright,
it starts
it's gonna
getting
be
a
we'll
little
be
bit
back
shaky,
Monday.
But probably for the first like
Probably no
4
stream
or
tomorrow.
so, like I
We'll
could
see, bro.
probably take care of it myself in terms of threat. But
That's
then when
gonna
I'm
do it for me.
starting to wait on
Thanks for watching,
cooldowns,
everybody.
that's when it becomes
Yeah,
a bit of
probably
an issue.
no stream on
So you
Sunday,
want,
brother birthday.
You
And then I have to go to bed
prefer
early.
saving like
Oh,
VMDs
Monday's gonna
after
be a
the third
long
void?
ass day, bro. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
like if you're like running up and frost trapping, I feel like that's probably wastes a lot
Brittany,
of
I'll
your
call
time.
you right after this.
Well, it actually is not that bad for me because
Thanks for watching.
Because you're not doing DPS while you're running.
We'll get it next time.
I mean,
Alright.
I kinda, but it's not
And,
the
see you
same
guys all later.
DPS as you guys. So like,
Turn this off. Yep. And yep, Monday for sure. Sunday maybe during the afternoon or something. I think I'm giving up my spot in the GDKP for tomorrow because brother birthday. So I'll be back Monday for sure. See y'all then. Adios.